unbelievable, isn't it? You know, there's people been shielding at home since February. This offers them some hope. You know, they can finally see some light at the end of the tunnel.
A further 616 coronavirus-related deaths have been recorded across the UK in the latest 24-hour period. A further 12,282 cases have been reported. Interim results from the third phase of trials on the Oxford COVID-19 vaccine are said to show a strong safety record. Director Andrew Pollard also says the jab, which is being produced with AstraZeneca, has good efficacy against the virus. Our correspondent Laura Bundock says the scientists are making lots of information public.
It has been peer-reviewed. The results of this analysis has been published. This is the first time that one of the vaccine trials has had this level of analysis. The researchers say for them it's very important to be as transparent as possible, that there was as much data sharing going on as possible.
Next year's higher and advanced higher exams in Scotland have been cancelled. Education Secretary John Swinney says pupils have lost significant learning time because of the pandemic. The inquiry into the Manchester Arena attack has heard the bomber was addicted to painkillers and had been to anger management classes after punching a woman at college. Salman Abedi has been found guilty of driving offences when he was 16 as well. And Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr have been honouring their fellow Beatles band member John Lennon on the 40th anniversary of his death. Paul tweeted that he was remembering his friend with the great joy he brought to the world, while Ringo asked radio stations to play Strawberry Fields Forever. The musician was fatally shot in New York in 1980. That's the latest.
This is Revive FM 94.0.
Reviving communities.
The views expressed on this program do not necessarily represent those of Revive FM or its management.
Hello, you're listening to Revive FM. My name is Henry Scott. I'm back in the studio with my wonderful co-host,
Thom Hutchinson.
Oh, sorry, mate.
That's the one.
I'm back in the studio with...
Oh, now I can talk. Thom Hutchinson.
There you go. Oh, what? No, all right, never mind. Let's just skip over that. Right.
I was just going to go, Thom Hutchinson.
Okay, very loud. Right. Let's just move on swiftly and quickly.
Hello there.
How's it going?
It's been, do you know what?
We haven't, because we don't carpool at the minute because of
I know.
Corona.
I know, because of Vice President Caroni.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, coming down here, I was a bit worried I wasn't actually going to make it at one point because the I don't know why. People must have realised now lockdown's over. The traffic is absolutely
it's
ridiculous.
mental, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's insane.
There's no parking. Like where the studios are here, there is absolutely no parking. I parked probably about half a mile away to get in, but all exercise and stuff. It's all
good for us.
Exactly. So we're all good and everything like that. But yeah, I had it's a good thing I did the show today because yesterday I had to go to the dentist to have a filling done. So I didn't have half the use of my face for most of the
Well, my
day.
voice is actually a bit tired today. So
what have you been up to, Mr. Scott?
Nothing. Just talking too much.
That's what, but we work on the radio. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
I know, but I've done it too much and now I've overused my voice.
So next thing you know, you're going to come back and it'll be like sort of Darth Vader from part 2. Welcome.
No, but it's not even going to be that coherent. By the end of the 2 hours, I'm not going to be able to talk at all.
So what you're saying? So basically, games and music is going to be the bit for sort of
me going yes and no. I like that.
That sounds creepy,
doesn't it? It's like a little bit of ASMR on the radio. But I know I feel like we might make people flinch. So
I don't know. There might be some people into that. Okay. But anyway, apart from the voice and everything, how's your week been?
Oh right, okay. Pretty good actually. I sent off my UCAS.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm so young that on FM radio, I just sent off my UCAS. Actually.
Sent off my UCAS today.
Yeah, no,
right.
Literally, I did. I sent off my UCAS this week. First choice is Durham University. So Durham, if you're listening, because I mentioned in my personal statement that I did radio. Maybe my examiner's listening in. Maybe the interviewer, whoever's listening in right now, shout out to you.
There you go. He is available. He is willing to to get sort of sponsorship for you guys because obviously here at Revive FM we can potentially do that. I'm joking.
No, we don't do anything like that. But so that's a lot
live
of fun.
Stream from the halls. That'd be good.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Quality may vary. I've been really busy. It's been really busy.
Well,
I've booked too many things into my life.
Oh, really? Go on, divulge.
Well, this week, what I've done to myself on Wednesdays, I've got a lesson, music. I've got an economics lesson, a music lesson. So the music lesson is for 2-hour music lessons from 1 to 3. And my economics lesson, I have to be there 15 minutes beforehand.
Okay.
And it takes half an hour to get there from my house, and I've booked it at 1 o'clock. Now I have to get back from central London,
right,
at 11:30.
Yeah,
make it back to my house, and then travel straight there to get there to 12:30.
And that's on the tube.
And I have to do that in an hour.
I mean, good luck with that. I mean, I could play you the
think
Crystal
I'm
Maze
going to
music.
leave the lessons soonish.
It's literally like as soon as the bell rings, just have your jacket on and just be ready to leg it.
Yeah. No, I mean, when I say no, I don't need to be there until 12:45. So 11 to 12:45. I know it's a 40-minute journey home, so I can go at 12:10, 12:50.
Yeah.
No, 12:40.
It's cutting it close.
12:40 cuts it close, but it's possible.
I mean, if you're getting the central line, the only thing I would say is at Leytonstone, there is always a delay. There's always some sort of change, or we're going to
it's never too long. It's never too long.
But it's always at the times you don't need it, though. I
agree.
I always remember there was a time when I think it was me and my mum were going to go to Paris, and I mean, first world problem, literally, but like.
Well, Eurostar's only £29, you know.
Well, that was it. But we basically done it. It was the first one because I think they were packed at St Pancras, and this is before you could go to Ebbsfleet and do it.
Yeah.
So we were getting the train down and left it to the last minute. I was ready. She wasn't. Sorry, Mum. But like, it was a case of every couple of seconds. Right, we've got to run. She says, "I'm not running." She literally does the James May from Top Gear thing. I'm not running. Like
if we Jeremy Clarkson as well.
Yeah. If we miss the train, I'm not running. I said, "Mum, no one's filming you. It's fine. You're not James. You don't have to do a James May today." And I remember getting out at St Pancras, like, I'm not joking, Usain Bolt didn't run as fast as I did. I ran across the concourse, ran up the escalators, past the champagne bar, thinking, oh, really? At 7 a.m? Like, maybe. And then I get onto the platform, find out where it is, and I'm literally going, hi, I'm going to Paris. And they went, do you have a ticket for this? I went, yeah. I said, can you just wait for my mum? She's about half a mile behind. I said, she doesn't want to run. And I said, does she have a ticket? I went, yeah. I said, then this train will not leave without the two of you on board. I was like, I thought, legends, thank you. But it was one of those really weird things. And do you know what held us up? A delay at Leytonstone. That's what it was. There was a 5-minute thing. We're changing over at Leytonstone. And then the best thing was they came out and went, sorry for the delay there, ladies and gentlemen. We're currently waiting for the other driver. Who's
that happens sometimes. They're waiting. The driver changes always happen at Leytonstone. That's how it works.
I wouldn't mind. He was in the bathroom. That's what they were saying. He said,
well, you don't want him messing up the cab now.
But I mean, how long does it? I mean, it's literally just, flush and wash your hands. I mean, all right, even more so now. But like, how long does it take you to go to the toilet?
I don't know. Anyway. Nice little
exactly.
Paris Russian story.
We started low. We can only get.
What were we talking about at the start?
We were talking about you trying to get to your your lesson, wasn't it? We were saying about the delays.
Yeah. But you know what? Tomorrow I've booked myself twice because I'm meeting a friend.
Okay.
And then I'm meeting with another friend in the evening. So I meet a friend for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
I meet another friend for the evening. Ooh. I'm just like. No,
another friend for the evening.
Nothing.
Nothing
about
I'm
that.
going to meet a friend for lunch. I'm going to meet another friend for the evening.
I didn't say it like that, did I?
Did.
Oh, oops. I didn't mean it like that. No, and I've just like I'm so tired, Tom. I'm so tired.
I can't do it anymore. I'm meeting 2 people.
Yeah, no. But like, do you know what you mean? Is you book yourself out and you just realize, what have I done to myself?
Yeah, I know.
I'm not used to being this. Oh, for all of April and March, I didn't do anything.
It's lockdown fatigue. That's what it is. It's now catching up
because
with you,
normally I still can't believe that when I was 16, I used to do 10 subjects, 6 music ensembles, music school on a Saturday, and then 3 instrumental lessons all in a week.
Wow,
my only day off was Sunday. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did all the homework. I don't know how I did. All of the stuff, and I was just like, yeah, let's just do it. How on earth did I manage all that? I can't manage it now.
But you know what? I'll be brutally honest with you. I truly think, and people can call in and debate this with me until the cows come home.
Well, call in on 0333 444 0940. That's 0333 444 0940.
Exactly what he said. But I truly believe there is such a thing as lockdown fatigue. I feel like I've got it. All right, at least we'll say I'm lazy. I don't care.
Yeah,
I know it. During lockdown,
what do you mean lockdown fatigue?
Well, I think I seem to think the sort of the working from home, I think, has affected us a little bit. And now we're getting into winter time, and there's not as much sunlight, and, and it's colder out and things like that. I feel a lot more sluggish and a lot slower. And there's times when I'm going around and think, right, I've got to do this today, I've got this, and I haven't physically got the energy to do it.
You know what I think there's an issue is, especially with vitamin D, is because we were inside our homes. For what was it?
About 4 months, wasn't it?
Yeah,
in lockdown 1.
We didn't get our vitamin D doses this year, if you like, because we were inside not getting vitamin D.
Yeah.
So this year, I think our bodies will be severely lacking it.
Yeah. I mean,
now,
we got an hour's worth.
I've got a disclaimer. I'm no scientist, but common logic would dictate.
Yeah. You build up. I mean, you build up a bit of a storage almost, don't you? I mean,
yeah, because I mean, in the winter months, you just don't get as much.
Yeah.
So maybe vitamin D supplements would help you there, but I'm not a GP.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Get advice from a pharmacist.
Yeah. I mean, I just like I found it really tough. Like during lockdown, I was getting up about 6:37 a.m. and stuff like that, and I was being helped out with a routine, which was really good.
Yeah.
But like now, it's all sort of eased up a little bit. I'm like I now get up about 9ish, and I'm being told it's too late, but I don't really care, to be honest, because it's my time. I can do what I want with it. Sometimes I don't have to be in work at the pub till in the evenings. Like I've got to tell you, like yesterday, 4 hours shift, and
4 hours.
4 hours. That's what I got.
That's it.
That was what I got, and I'm telling you now.
How are you supposed to? Okay.
I got even better. I found out today we actually ran at a loss.
Did you?
Yeah, because it actually cost more to pay us for standing around than it did for what we made yesterday. Because I think the whole day, my pub, which I'm not going to name, had about 8 tables all day. Like they were expecting a big rush and not. No one's coming out at the minute.
No, because people go to pubs to drink. They don't go to pubs. They don't, especially Spoons. The Spoons food. You have Spoons food when you're thinking, oh, you know, what's nearby, what's cheap? Spoons.
Yeah.
I'll maybe get a meal with that. But nobody goes to Spoons for the food. They go to Spoons for the cheap alcoholic drinks.
Exactly.
And so there is no point in going to Spoons if the food is mediocre at best.
Yeah.
I'll say that about Spoons. I think Spoons food is mediocre. You agree?
It's not
creme de la creme.
No.
And neither is a lot of other pub food either.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I actually had one of my pub's roasts on Sunday, because I did a 12 till 6 and I came back at home, and I'm trying to run back because I want to see the results of the Formula One. Thanks a lot, Mercedes. You cost me 45 quid and my dad. But honestly, it was actually really nice. And some of the times where I've actually been going into the kitchen and taking food out and things like that when I'm not on the bar, because I'm predominantly on the bar, they do make stuff that's really good. And like, I'll be honest with you, the stuff we were doing, it's definitely not Spoons, but it's up there. But it was, it was just such a shame last night. I mean, the only thing I would say that was quite nice was to see that, like,
how many of you were on shift?
We had probably about 5 or 6 of us.
See, that's crazy, because I went to a pub last week and they had 2 people on shift.
Yeah, that's it. Normally what happens is they bring a bunch of us in, and then after a while, if it gets really empty, they'll start going, right, no ifs, ands or buts, X, Y, and Z, you all have to go home. And they'll send you home.
That's pointless.
Yeah, and it's really annoying, because like for some of them, there's one of the girls I know actually lives in Harlow.
Oh, so she comes all the way down from Harlow.
And she has to get a cab as well, because she doesn't drive.
Does she not get the train?
No.
Why is she working at that pub? Can I just say then? Surely surely she's making a loss by getting a cab down.
I think she's
Harlow's far away, man.
Yeah, I mean, she moved out to Harlow, but I think she used to live in the area. That's the reason why she only moved out.
She should get different. I mean, I suppose it's the only work going at the minute.
Yeah, because that's the problem. I mean, it's like I tried sort of. I mean, everyone knows I was trying to do the whole teaching assistant thing, and then I kind of got a position, and when I worked out, it financially wasn't a viable option. And the funny thing was, they actually called me on the way down today saying, did I want to do some work?
Well, I mean, you said it was slavery.
It was below minimum wage,
which is illegal.
Yeah.
Did you report it?
I did actually. I said, look, this is the name of the company.
Who did you report it to?
Was it?
There's numbers.
What did I report? I can't remember.
You should report it.
I think I might have. No, I remember I didn't report it. No, I was trying to have a look at it. Yeah, I need to have a look at that.
That's bad.
But the funny
it's
thing,
illegal to pay somebody below minimum wage.
I mean, the funny thing that made me laugh was when I was driving down here today, they called me up saying, do I want to do 4 hours a day but get paid the full dates with a special needs child and all this sort of stuff?
That's really good.
It was
sounds a bit like a free lunch. There's no such thing as.
Exactly. Yeah, but they were saying that the kid can be quite difficult and all this sort of stuff because he's a mute and all this sort of stuff. And I said, well, look, I did say originally, just because I don't feel like I am qualified to do it, I can't work with special needs children, mate, because I don't feel I would be able to give them the best.
That's fair enough, because
especially as I'm retraining to do it.
Exactly. I mean, there's lots of retraining funds at the minute.
Yeah.
If you're looking to retrain, there's lots of things on offer for free from the government. Yeah, well, they're trying to upskill.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, there's a ballerina getting a job in cyber. There's
exactly.
So it can happen.
I mean. To be honest, we've not been chatting about the news at all, have we?
I know.
I mean, we've only got 5 minutes until the end of this set. I think we just talk about ourselves for a bit longer.
That's it. We indulge in the lighter side.
Yeah, I mean, like, how's you guys this week been, the listeners? I mean, I hope you've all had a good week. I mean, I feel like I'm talking to no one, but I hope everyone's had a good week.
We're talking. Well, we got
I mean, from everyone at Revive the Film, we all hope you've had a good week.
Exactly.
Just on the basis that it's been a bit of yeah.
We'll put it this way: it's been a week you've actually been allowed out for a change.
Yeah, I mean, I went out quite a few times last week.
Mm.
I was sitting outside. It was cold.
I know it is that weird thing, isn't it? Of like, you still
should
want to try and meet people.
Should we go outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go outside, and it's like within 30 seconds. Should we go back inside?
No, but you can't go
why not?
inside.
No, I mean back inside our house. Like,
yeah.
back
Should we
inside your house.
should we go?
Should we just leave it? Yeah.
It's
We've
like
been in for 4 weeks. What's one
yesterday, I
more?
went and played golf with my mate Max. First time I've been out on the golf course in a while. I did surprisingly well.
Really?
I was so shocked. I was like, hold on a minute, what? I've won? What? I was like, how have I?
I think that's the reaction of most golf players. It's like, hang on, I've just done 18 of those holes. What? Hang on, wait, I've actually won?
Nah, we I won't lie. It was so bad that we did 5 holes,
right?
And that was over 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. No, it wasn't even 5 holes. It was 4. We did 4 holes in 2 hours.
It just felt like 5.
That is.
What are we talking?
What is
Are we
that?
talking predominantly bogeys?
That is half an hour a hole.
Wow.
That is dreadful. No, because the thing is, on the first hole it was 7-7, and then the second hole it was 4-7.
So wait,
and then the third hole it was
so you both
7-8.
got 7. So you both started off with bogeys. Am I right on that, or is that?
I don't know
par,
what
is it?
No, it's not par. That's not par.
Well,
par was 3.
Well, bogey's the worst one, isn't it? Then it goes par. Then it's birdie, eagle, albatross.
And then what about triple bogey?
Actually, triple bogey's the worst one. That's it.
Yeah, I think it would have been more than a triple bogey. No, because triple bogey is 3 times par.
Oh, really?
To be honest, yeah, I don't think a lot of people play golf on Revive FM, so maybe we should get back to the point.
I don't even play golf. Last time I played golf, I think I was about 15. I did a 9-hole go with my dad, and that was about.
Do you know what? I was on a school trip, right, and to Iceland, and it was.
Of course, you were.
It was expensive, but
I don't know. Have you seen how much
really
they do those
enjoyable?
food roasts?
Also, Iceland's a really expensive country.
Really?
Really, really expensive. So we're on a school trip to Iceland, and I was like, this is pretty cool. Because we originally got there, and me and my mate were sitting next to each other on the coach, and we were like, oh, it's just nothing. It's just rocks. It's just flat rocks. This is horrible. This is horrific. And there's a massive drive up into like the sort of places we were staying. And I was like, God, this is just terrible. It's just awful. And then eventually you start to see the mountains and the beautiful city. And you're like, wow, that's really beautiful.
Where was you going? Towards Reykjavik? Or
I think so.
Nice.
We did go to Reykjavik, and we stood on a really tall church or whatever. A concrete thing. It was really beautiful.
That's not bad. That's
really,
not bad.
really amazing. Because the capital of Iceland overlooks a mountain.
Really?
It's really beautiful.
I never knew that.
Freezing.
Well, I mean,
so cold.
Well, hang on, let's be honest. The place is called Iceland. I mean, it's not exactly going to be like the Bermuda,
do you know what? It's also really expensive.
Do you know, I'm shocked at that, because I thought because isn't it part of the European Union?
No,
I thought it would have been sort of quite
No.
reasonable.
I think the cost of production over there is so high that it just everything is so expensive. Like a bottle of water was like £4.
Yeah, but it's because it's all fresh, isn't it? That's the thing.
No. I'm sorry.
From
No, it doesn't matter. Though.
Created by
I was just
crying
looking.
children.
This was Evian. Evian was £4.
Other brands are.
And I suddenly realised I think I spent like close to £300 in total.
Just on water.
Just on like general living stuff while we were, because lunches weren't paid for.
Actually, this wasn't about the time that Iceland started to go bankrupt, was it?
No.
Because I was thinking with the rate of inflation could have been quite high. That might have been the reason why.
I don't know. No, it was just the value of everything was very expensive, and the pound didn't translate well, and there were fees for everything.
Wow.
It was very, very expensive to travel in, and even the exchange rate wasn't very good. It doesn't buy you much.
Because it's one of those places where I've seen it on the TV and stuff, and I look and I feel like I really, really, really want to go.
I mean, you can go there on a budget. You just won't be doing
a very big budget.
Yeah, never a big budget. Like rental cars, very expensive.
Blimey.
It's just a really expensive place. I was really shocked.
I mean, hopefully. Well, I don't know. Maybe when this is all over and we start getting the vaccines and stuff, then we can.
Well, do you know what I've always wanted to do is just take a spontaneous trip somewhere. Iceland Air, we'll sort at the minute. We should talk about this in the next bit.
Yeah.
We've got to go break soon.
Okay.
But the flights are so cheap at the minute.
Really?
Yeah. I saw in an advert, I saw in the Metro. No, I saw an Evening Standard yesterday when I was coming home on the tube. BA, summertime, £219 per person, flights, 7 nights in a hotel in Mallorca.
Okay.
£219 a person.
Yep. That's not bad. I mean,
that's amazing. 7 nights and flights included.
Actually, in fact, no. Hang on, I'm trying to think. How much do I do when I go to Barcelona? It's probably about
Well, it's Ryanair, so you can, like, you know.
Oh, Ryanair, get off. Actually, no, it is Ryanair. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. It's Ryanair.
I don't know. I did Stobart Air once to Dublin. That was fun. It was like literally, it was like sort of, do you want to be part of, you know, can I be part of economy? No, it's all coach. It's like, I just thought, why is Eddie Stobart's now got an airline?
Never mind. Anyway, me and Tom are going to go to a break by flying away to sunny Spain and having some ads. That was really bad. It didn't work. Anyway, we're going to some ads. Please do stay tuned. You're listening to Revive FM.
Through Minhaj Welfare Foundation, your giving saves lives. Your support has provided more than 3 million people with access to clean and safe water. Emergency relief in natural disaster and crisis-affected areas around the world. Supported orphans and needy children with a better future. This year, your help can do more. Donate your zakat, sadaqah, and charitable donations to any of your chosen projects. Call us now, 0300 3030 777, or visit us on minhajwelfare.org.
COVID-19 remains highly contagious, and even people without symptoms can spread it. So we need to keep washing our hands when we get home. Keep wearing our face coverings on the train. Keep making space at the shops. And now we're indoors more, we should let fresh air in to help blow COVID-19 particles away. Let's keep doing all we can to protect each other and help stop the spread. Remember, hands, face, space, and let fresh air in.
Super Best Meze Grill, the Turkish restaurant where all our food is prepared to perfection. Our mixed grill family platters include lamb shish, chicken shish, Adana kebab, lamb ribs, chicken doner, lamb doner, chicken wings, and lamb chops. And all are served with rice, salad, along with a selection of our cold mezes. To see our full menu, go to superbestmezegrill.co.uk. For the perfect dining setting, visit us now at 21 to 23 Broadway, Stratford, E15 4B, or call 0208 555 335. Super Best Meze Grill.
Part of the NHS Test and Trace, NHS has launched a COVID-19 app. Using the app will help everyone like yourself, your family, and your friends, and the wider community to control coronavirus and safely live your lives. So today with us, guys, we have Amir Barkor from the IT company Intech with us to give us more details about this app. Hello, Amir. Do you think launching this app was a good idea?
In this day and age, we do everything on our phone. In fact, everyone we love is on our phone. And now we can use it to protect them by just downloading and using the NHS COVID-19 app. It is so simple and quick, and that is what we need right now. Because the faster you know, the quicker you can alert and protect your loved ones and help control coronavirus.
Download the NHS COVID-19 app from the App Store or Google Play to protect our loved ones. The app will also be available in different languages like Bengali, Urdu, Gujarati and Punjabi.
Looking to get your finances in order? MR Accountants has you covered. We provide a full range of accountancy and taxation services, including annual and management accounts, self-assessment tax returns, VAT, bookkeeping and payroll services. We ensure you're kept up to date with the latest legislation, and our client-focused approach helps us plan your business finances from savings to investments. We are MR Accountants. Visit our website at mraccountants.com or call us on 0203 432 9138.
Nikah, talaq, counseling on matrimonial disputes, Islamic wills, Islamic law of inheritance, or an Islamic verdict on any other issue. The Muslim Sharia Council is at your service. We provide official certification, and our experienced and highly qualified imams are available to provide you with guidance when needed. MQI London is based at 292 to 296 Romford Road, Forest Gate. We are open from Monday to Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. or alternatively, call us now on 0208 257 1786.
Revive FM
94.0. On the radio.
On your mobile.
And online.
Hello. You're listening to Revive FM 94.0. My name is Henry Scott, and I'm here in the studio with my wonderful co-host,
Thom Hutchinson.
And welcome to Revive FM.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
You are welcome.
We are quite good at that now, aren't we? It's very smooth.
I know.
I really love it.
Well, now we're back in the studio. It is a lot slicker.
Isn't it? Anyway, I do believe it's time to discuss the news.
Yes.
On Dialogue Drive.
Oh, yes. We can have
an avenue of chat.
An avenue of chat whilst chewing on the Sunday of debate.
Yeah, that works. Fair enough. Let's go for it.
Something
okay, so I'd like to start off vaccine news.
Yes, it's V-Day. Technically,
V-Day.
It's V-Day. Yay, V-Day.
So, firstly, a bit of later news because we all know that the vaccinations have started today. If you didn't, you've now heard it here.
Oh yes,
you've heard it here probably about 54th. And Oxford vaccine. So AstraZeneca has been opened up to scrutiny by peer journals, which is how everything is scrutinized in the world of science. And it is show the Lancet journal, I believe it was, because I actually went and read the Lancet journal because I was very interested as to what they said. Yeah, it was the Lancet journal. That was it. It's a scientific journal. It's how people.
That's a good name for a scientific journal, isn't it? We're going to do Lancet.
Lancet journal. Which have said that the COVID vaccine is safe and effective. Now, do you know what? Like a lot of things in society, putty and slime, right?
Yeah.
Now, putty and slime was invented by mistake. They were actually trying to invent like an energy storage device.
Okay.
And they accidentally invented putty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I never knew.
So, like most things in science, some of the best stuff, like vaccines, penicillin was invented by mistake.
Yep.
By a Scottish bloke. We used to say British, so we could take credit for it.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
Scottish. Fair play.
Again, like Andy Murray.
Exactly.
When he wins, he's British.
Yeah, but he loses. The Scottish tennis player Andy Murray lost.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I love that as well. Anyway, at 90% effective. Right.
Brilliant.
And that is amazing. And it was only by mistake because somebody accidentally administered the wrong doses.
Yes.
Put it down like, well, we've done it now. And it's 90% effective when administered in a strange dosing thing. So what's to say that possibly other vaccines aren't more effective than the 95% that they are?
Well, it's funny you should say that. And this is almost going to sound like I've planned this, and we have planned this, not. I've actually got a bit of news here about the two jabs. So the Pfizer vaccine and the Oxford AstraZeneca one.
Which is the ones that Britain will probably mostly be getting.
Yeah.
Moderna will be much later in the year.
Yeah, that's right at the end, isn't it? I think
that'll be when we're
got
vaccinating everyone.
Yeah, it's about 7 million, I think we're getting those, I believe.
Yeah,
but they're actually saying that they are planning, UK scientists are planning trials to see if giving people two different types of COVID vaccine, so one after the other, might give better protection than two doses of a single jab. So at the moment with the Pfizer vaccine,
that's interesting.
Yeah, because at the moment with the Pfizer vaccine, so we've had the first one's been done today. I love the fact that William Shakespeare has been the second.
I saw that second bloke.
I know.
First man. Well, apparently second guy.
Well, apparently he was going to be first, but apparently they told him to get out because he was barred. But other than that, Saint Bard, get it? William Shakespeare, Saint Bard. They don't teach you anything in school. Love you now. I thought that was hilarious when I came up with that joke early on.
Tumbleweed noises. Sorry, mate.
Very dare you, Philistine. But anyway,
okay. Well.
I thought you'd have known that.
No.
But anyway, so yeah. But the fact is that with the Pfizer vaccine, you've got to have the first jab, which has been happening today, which is fantastic, and then you have to have a booster jab in 3 weeks' time. So I don't know. Is that the same now with the Oxford AstraZeneca one?
Do you know what I think?
Is that just one shot? It's a one-shot wonder, and that's it.
Yeah, but do you know what amazes me already about the vaccines is that the Oxford Uni AstraZeneca vaccine.
I can tell you now, he's not had the vaccine.
Costs £3 per dose.
Yeah.
Whereas the Moderna one costs £25 per dose. The Pfizer one costs £15 per dose, and the Gamaleya Sputnik 5 vaccine.
The Gamaleya Sputnik 5.
That's what it's called. The Russian one.
That's like a dodgy sort of like band name.
Is £7.50.
Yeah, but then again, it's probably filled with stuff that was left over from Chernobyl.
See, this is the thing. I don't trust the Russian vaccine one bit. Now, that is a vaccine I wouldn't want to have.
Yeah.
But I would have the Pfizer vaccine, I would have the Moderna vaccine, and I would have the Oxford
Now, the funny thing is, I wonder if this is the reason with the Moderna one why it's a lot more expensive. I wonder if it's because that one can be sort of just put in a regular fridge. So, like, do they think they think of maybe the price can go up a little bit because...
Well, put it this way, Moderna will be selling their vaccine at profit, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look, because a lot of companies have agreed to not sell their vaccine at profit.
Do you know the one I find really interesting, and I might be wrong about this? There's no Chinese vaccine. Have you noticed that?
No, there is.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. It's just not being widely advertised.
Oh, right.
There is a Chinese.
Yeah, because I was thinking you've got there's European, there's the American ones, you've got British, and all that.
Let me check out this Chinese vaccine, and I suppose the next tab I need to get up is
The Pfizer Moderna one?
Moderna one? Is Moderna running at profit? That's it.
Because I just sort of thought of that. I thought, well, hang on, you're advertising all these things, but how comes there's not been any sort of, like you say, widely advertised, China's going to help treat this thing by, laying on its scientific research teams and all this sort of stuff. I just find it really, really
because
interesting.
the thing is, Moderna is going to vaccinate large portions of the US. It's going to make them so much money.
Yeah.
Apparently, it could add $35 billion to their revenue.
I mean, you talk about your stocks.
Shocking.
That should have been the one that you should have put your.
Well, do you know what the sad thing is? I heard the news came out and the stock market was live just before the spike. I was thinking, Moderna's going to release their vaccine. I thought, buy now.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, no.
Big mistake. Could have bought a share for $90. Now it's worth $184. So. But the thing is, do you know what I find about trading on the stock market? Is that it's just not to think like that.
Yeah.
Because
you have to think about.
If I invested £50 in 1950, I'd have £1,000 today.
Yeah. You've got to literally think of it as it's a brand new stock on the day you buy it. You don't think about the previous times or anything like that. Or obviously, I suppose when you're picking who you want to invest with, I suppose you look at their history, but then you have to try and think of, okay, scratch that. I'm starting with Moderna today, and that's it. And then that's how you start looking at it, I suppose, isn't it? So
yeah, exactly. Right. Okay. Chinese vaccine.
Oh, yes.
Morocco is using the Chinese vaccine.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that I'm sure
it hasn't yet completed advanced trials, though.
Now does that mean,
that doesn't sound safe?
So does that just mean presumably that it's not been passed by anybody, or is it the fact no one's just giving it the light of day sort of thing?
Here we go. Sinovac secures $515 million to double vaccine production capacity. There is a Chinese vaccine, and China is doing vaccine diplomacy, so they're just giving it to countries for free.
Oh, okay. I don't mean it in a horrible way.
Certainly a way to call in a favor, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because I don't mean in a horrible way. They kind of caused it, didn't they? If you think of it. Well, it started there.
Let's
just say it started there.
Yeah, but you can't blame Chinese people for it.
No, I'm not blaming the Chinese people, but
can't blame the Chinese government either.
No, I'm just saying. Well, as a whole, it started there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's insinuating like nationalist policies.
Well, no, but it was proven to be there.
Healthy debate here, by the way.
Yeah,
this is a good discussion to have.
Yeah, but the fact is, it started there. Patient zero was there.
Yeah.
So ergo, it was kind of, don't know why, and also the fact that they kind of left it for a while, didn't they? They didn't sort of go.
China's done that a lot. They because, they did it with the SARS-CoV virus, SARS-CoV-2. That's what they did. No, that's COVID-19. They did it with the SARS virus initially in 2002 as well.
Yeah.
It took them weeks to admit that there was this virus spreading around, and it just wasn't that deadly.
Yeah.
So
it seems to be the thing with sort of communist parties.
They don't like admitting fault.
Same as with when I was watching the other day. Same with Chernobyl.
Yeah. And they're like, are you accusing the Soviet Union of treating its people badly? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Well, that is punishable by death.
Yeah, it's the reason. Why do we put sort of graphite tipped uranium rods in an RBMK reactor?
We can't say
it's cheaper.
But we can't say it's China's fault.
But I'll be honest with you.
This could have happened in any country.
I know, but the fact is, they knew it was happening. Why couldn't they have just gone, right, sorry guys, we've got a problem here. Right, no one come to China for the next few weeks. We've got an outbreak or something. Let's just sort it out.
Oh, mate,
you know what I mean?
No, I don't. Sorry. I've got to disagree with you there.
Okay.
And then that is the beauty of our democracy,
Exactly,
is
yeah.
that we can disagree with each other. I don't think we can just say, it's China's fault. Because then you're like, I'm not saying you are. I feel like you begin to border on the China virus.
Yeah.
Which,
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're not insinuating that, but that it's getting closer to that sort of rhetoric, if you like.
Yeah.
If you want to say it's China's fault, be my guest.
I
respect it.
Yeah.
I disagree, however.
No, that's fine. Yeah. I just feel like sort of along the lines of it. All I mean is just it did start there.
Yeah,
that's all I would say.
That's completely true.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I'm not happy with the Chinese government.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of lies about the number of cases they had.
Mm-hmm.
For example, 80,000 cases, and that's it.
Yeah, on the dot. I mean, it's yeah.
No way. And if you had to build a hospital
Yeah,
in 5 days,
chances are
you had more than 85,000 cases.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And you know, what 4,000 deaths in total?
Yeah. I don't believe
Incorrect, man. That shows that their death rate was 6%. That's literally every other country on the planet has had a death rate of 0.5%. China does not have a death rate of, what is it?
But then again,
6%. Let me get this up. I want to get these stats up. You have a chat.
That's right. But then I was also going to say that they don't really say about the whole, everything that's happening in Hong Kong at the moment. Well, that seems to have sort of gone a bit quiet, isn't it? But
yeah, well, that's because of the security law. Because it means you're not allowed to technically talk about it. You're not allowed to talk about it. You're literally not allowed to say the Chinese government is bad. You're not allowed to say I think I like democracy. You're just not allowed to. And do you know what? A lot of Chinese people don't care. That's what I find amazing. As I was speaking with a Chinese friend of mine, she's like, "Oh, we know all the,
what's going on.
We know what's going on, but
really it's like with, I mean, I don't know if you saw the Michael Palin documentary when he went to North Korea, and he was speaking with his, his official state guide, and he said she's absolutely lovely. She's incredibly intelligent. I love talking to her, but as soon as it goes on to politics, she literally shuts down, becomes a robot, and goes, so the Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un is an absolutely amazing, and he cannot get a bit out of her. And eventually, right at the end of the trip,
it's brainwashing.
Yeah, right at the end of the trip, he eventually kind of got a little bit of a crack into her and said, and she said, we know that there's some things he does that are not considered good, but a bit like your friend was saying, that we know it's going on, but we can't do anything about it. It's beyond me. It's not something I have control over. And that was the first time she was admitting there's a problem here, but I can't do anything about it. I'm just one person.
No, exactly. Well, I mean, put it this way. Look, so the recovery rate in the US is currently at 3%.
Okay.
Right. So people think, 3%, that's not that bad. It's not that bad. Scale it up, lads. Scale it up.
Yeah.
So 3% of 9 million is 291,000. The US nearly has 300,000 deaths from this pandemic.
I know.
And it's like 3% of the UK population is 3 million people.
Yeah. So that's, to put that in perspective, that's probably about not even half of London, because there's about 7 million people in London, isn't there? So it's that's almost like you're taking out, say, the southeast and
just imagine there's a nuclear bomb, like that. That's what you've got to. That's what I feel like we have to do. Whereas if I go to China's data the data they published, I really want to refer it like that. Like I don't want to do like I've got loads of Chinese friends. No, I a lot of the people I've met who are from China, they're very lovely people, and in no way am I inciting vaccine nationalism or be mean to Chinese people. No, they're lovely people.
Yeah, I mean, my dad was born in Hong Kong. I mean, he has great affinity with.
I'm just not a fan of the Chinese government.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the politics over there. Yeah. 5% death rate. That just says they've got a terrible medical system.
Yeah.
Why do they want to showcase that statistic?
Yeah, that is what. And how many deaths are they saying? I know you said
4,000 deaths. 4,634, 81,732 cases.
Wow.
Currently 280 active cases, but those are all stopped at the border, so they don't actually come in. Everyone has to quarantine.
Okay. So there's two. So technically, what they're saying is there's 280 people self-isolating at the border before they can come into China.
280, yeah.
I mean, take that how you will.
I believe that to a degree, but I just don't think that 8,000 cases is realistic. Yeah. But I mean, the issue is, and this is where geopolitics comes in, is everyone's I would say everyone's quite annoyed about a lot of China's actions, like the genocide with the Uyghur Muslims, the re-education centers, they brand them.
Yeah.
And everyone gets really upset and people go and protest outside the Chinese embassy in London. Like, we're protesting outside the Chinese embassy. Come and support us. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, very noble cause, but it's not going to do anything. China doesn't care what a couple of people say about it in London.
Yeah.
All you're doing is disturbing embassy staff who are there sort of doing their job.
Doing their jobs.
And I suppose there's no meaningful action because nobody wants to hold China to account because there's money at stake.
Yeah,
there's money at stake.
This is what my dad said the other day, and obviously I can't.
No one's doing.
Yeah,
anything.
I can't name my dad because obviously he works for local government, so obviously I have to watch what I say about him and stuff, and obviously he has to remain impartial. But as I said, my dad was born in Hong Kong. He is a British citizen because it was when it was under British rule, but he has an affinity with the Chinese and things like that. And it's exactly the same thing that you said. China will never be held to account because they are an economic powerhouse. People want to and sometimes have to trade with them.
Yeah, it's
so
like,
you
it's
can't
like
not
the
have
Middle
them on
East.
side.
Saudi Arabia recently did a massive arms deal with. I think I don't want to get this too wrong, but Saudi Arabia did a deal, massive economic deal with China.
Yeah,
despite the fact that China was persecuting millions of Muslims.
And this is going to be the site of the next Formula One Grand Prix, the newest one added to the calendar.
Is it?
Yeah, they've got the Saudi Grand Prix. It's going to be a street race for the first year. And then I think in 2022, I mean, this is all depending on obviously if travel restrictions are lifted and if the guys can go there. And
again,
like
Formula One, if they were doing it purely on morals of basis,
would not be going.
They wouldn't be going to Saudi Arabia because there's lots of corrupt stuff that goes on in Saudi Arabia as well. The thing is, in the world that we live in, I think a lot of it comes down to money at the end of the day. And that's as sad as a fact as that is, without money, people don't have livelihoods. It's like I'm slightly against the idea of lockdowns. I think they do more harm than good.
Yeah. But then the problem is it's kind of, right, this is going to sound a really, really weird tangent, so you'll have to bear with me, right? Now, there's a TV show that I used to watch years ago called Reboot, right? It's it was the first ever animated TV show that was done with computers, not pen and pencil drawing and stuff. To this day, I still watch it and I still find it amazing. And the fact is it got darker as it got older. So like as the shows went on, so that was it kind of got to the point that it wasn't just a kid's show, it was more of an adult show, which was fantastic. Not like sexually or anything, but just that it dealt with death and things like that. So
yeah.
But the funny thing they had is that they kind of had to go into a lockdown because, and this is going to sound really odd, it's based inside a computer. So when you turn it on, all the beeps and clicks and stuff, that's the noises of this city going around. It's called mainframe. Go figure. And the idea was that it was so badly damaged that every time that they tried to sort of start up the, as they call them, the sectors, kind of like the boroughs of the city, they would start to break down, collapse, and fall apart into the sea. Well, that's kind of the same thing I think that happens here. And there's a line in this episode where it says, we can't power up a sector without it crashing. Well, that's kind of the problem with this. We can't really get everyone back out because otherwise then the rate's going to come back up. So I know it's very convoluted, but it's exactly the same thing to watch.
Enough.
Yeah, it's kind of what I think really. So we kind of have to do it, but we've got to do it in equal measures really.
Well, speaking of rebooting, me and Tom are going to take a moment while we reboot our voices and our minds so we can bring you another hour and a half of wonderful radio. Please do stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
We're facing the biggest health challenge of our generation. And we've shown that together, we're stronger than ever. But to keep making a difference, we need to support each other. If you're a man and you've had coronavirus recently, then you might just have the antibodies to help save lives in your blood plasma. That's why we urgently need men to donate. Giving blood plasma is safe and easy. Be the difference. Search Donate Plasma or call 0300 123 2323 today.
Turkish Kitchen. The best Turkish food you'll ever taste. We only use the highest quality meat. Along with our mixed grill platters, we serve cold mezes, hot mezes, lahmacun, and a wide selection of fish options. To order for delivery or collection, call us now on 0208 507 8822. That's 0208 507 8822. Or visit us at 41 Ripple Road, Barking, IG11 7NT. We can also take group bookings and take care of all your party needs. The Turkish Kitchen, Barking.
Looking to get your finances in order? MR Accountants has you covered. We provide a full range of accountancy and taxation services, including annual and management accounts, self-assessment tax returns, VAT, bookkeeping, and payroll services. We ensure you're kept up to date with the latest legislation, and our client-focused approach helps us plan your business finances from savings to investments. We are MR Accountants. Visit our website at mraccountants.com or call us on 0203 432 9138.
ये आयशा है। ये बहुत छोटी सी थी जब इसके वालिद का एक हादसे में इंतकाल हो गया। वो अपनी माँ और छोटे बहन भाइयों के साथ रहती है। आयशा जैसी लाखों बच्चियां जिंदगी की बुनियादी सहूलतों से बिल्कुल महरूम है। यही वजह है कि वो स्कूल भी नहीं जा सकती। मिनहाज वेलफेयर फाउंडेशन ने आपकी एहतियात और अपनी खिदमत दुनिया भर के यतीम और बेसहारा बच्चों के लिए वक्फ कर दी है। एक यतीम और बेसहारा बच्चे का सहारा बनिए। आज ही अतिया कीजिए।
अभी कॉल मिलाएं 0300 3030 777 या हमारी वेबसाइट विजिट करें www.minhajwelfare.org।
फ्लू वायरस से अपने आप को बचाएं। हर साल फ्लू तकरीबन 11,000 लोगों की जान लेता है और हजारों लोग हॉस्पिटलाइज भी होते हैं। फ्लू एक ऐसा वायरस है जो सीरियस कॉम्प्लिकेशंस पैदा कर सकता है। इसीलिए हम आपको फ्लू जैब देते हैं बिल्कुल फ्री, क्योंकि यही आपका बेस्ट प्रोटेक्शन है। आज ही अपने फार्मासिस्ट या जीपी से पूछिए कि आप इस फ्री फ्लू वैक्सीन के हकदार हैं या नहीं। NHS, फ्लू से बचने के लिए हेल्प अस help you.
If you're looking for a unique bespoke cake made especially for your big day, then look no further. Here at Sugar Sprinkle Cakery, we design some of the most imaginative and delicious home-baked cakes for your special occasions. We do fresh cream, buttercream, eggless and vegan cakes. Check us out on Instagram or Facebook at Sugar Sprinkle Cakery, or just call 07932 665 833. That's 07932 665 833.
Rosia Plumbing, the boiler specialists. We do new boiler installations, full house central heating systems, underfloor heating, boiler repairs, boiler servicing, and gas safety certification for landlords. With some of the best prices in town, there's no job too big or too small for our qualified engineers. For a free, no obligation quote, contact us now on 07956 282 948. Rosia Plumbing, the boiler specialists.
Revive FM
94.0. On the radio.
On your mobile.
And online.
Hello, you're listening to Revive FM. My name is Henry Scott, and I'm here in the studio with
Thom Hutchinson.
And you are listening to Revive FM, as I previously said. Remember, this is a studio number, and we're going to be talking about Brexit.
Hooray!
Which we've all been talking about since 2016. But it is coming to an end. No, it's not. Of course,
it's not. No, it's basically it's kicking off, but not in the way we've been used to for the last 4 years.
And I was having a conversation earlier today about Brexit because I have a little political discussion group at school because we all wanted to get better at our A-level politics.
Yeah,
we were talking about Brexit, and just in general, we were thinking if the referendum had gone the other way, what would life be like? David Cameron would still be in Downing Street, presumably. We would have had an election this year. We don't know how coronavirus would have been dealt with. People wouldn't be getting vaccinated now because it's likely that he would have reaffirmed, got a better deal for Britain in terms of Europe.
Yeah.
That is, Nigel Farage would have, fizzled out a while ago. I don't know what he'd be doing.
Probably doing I'm a Celebrity, I'd imagine. I'm telling you now,
that's a nasty thought.
He would have been on I'm a Celebrity, and let's be honest, he would have done every single trial.
He would have. But yeah, no. Like that is a really big what if. What if we had never had the referendum?
This is going to be the.
What if we'd vote yes?
What
would the economy be like?
Yeah. Put it this way? This is going to be the. What's that Amazon show about where the Nazis win the World War, and is it the High Castle?
Oh yeah, Man in the High Castle.
Man in the High Castle. There'd be like a Brexit version of that at some point. I mean, I'm not saying
no, because it wouldn't be a dystopian though. It'd be a utopia because Britain would have great GDP. We'd be growing. Would be lots of free trade. We'd have a better deal with the EU than we currently previously did. There'd be all this different because that was the purpose of the referendum is to reaffirm Britain wants to stay. Give us a better option.
Yeah.
See how thin that margin was. Give us a better option.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of that exercise. And he messed up because he was arrogant and thought, I'm the prime minister. Everyone listen to me.
Yeah. But the thing was, and I know I've said this on the show beforehand, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I still think that there was, when you see all the party political broadcasts and all that sort of stuff on BBC, not BBC, sorry, on Channel 4, was it on Channel 4, ITV, Channel 5, all that sort of lot, it felt like it was kind of 2 or 3 to 1 to Brexit as opposed to the Brexit party as opposed to the Remain party. I truly believe there was a lot more press and campaign advertisement for the Leave party than there was for
I know what you mean because
Remain.
Do you know what I found? The problem is the people we had, everyone was on the Remain side.
Yeah.
So all the media attention was focused to the 3 top politicians, Nigel Farage, Boris Johnson, and one other geezer, who were for leaving the EU.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I wonder if it was because people thought it was kind of a safe bet, thinking, we're going to stay. We're not going to go. We're going to stay. And that's why the media didn't give them as much.
No. I reckon there was ulterior motives there.
What you thinking? Maybe sort of a
Well, I mean,
little cash in hand, say no more, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
The press in Britain has never been that fond of Europe. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I suppose we should talk about the more current day things rather than doing a retrospective.
Yeah,
look.
I mean, well,
we're really running it down the wire here, and Boris Johnson, in terms of negotiating, has really given away all the firepower he had, which was to break international law. And I think what the EU have done this week is essentially gone, we're going to call your bluff. They've called his bluff, and he goes, if we can get a deal, I'll cede the internal market bill, which essentially leaves him with no insurance policy.
Yeah.
Because if he throws that away, there is no insurance policy.
Which means hard Brexit, customs borders.
Hard Brexit, Christmas borders, possible unrest in Northern Ireland. Customs
borders.
Customs
Christmas borders.
I thought you said Christmas borders. It's like, yeah, they would be over Christmas, wouldn't they?
Matt, I've been stopped at a Christmas border. Why? You're carrying 4 baubles that have not been registered. Getting the cells.
Oh, goodness. But do you know what? What worries me actually is Northern Ireland, because I did an EPQ on this. No, it's not that a qualification. I did research a lot on my family's Northern Irish, my mother's side. I seriously worry, firstly, about the Irish sea border, the border down the Irish Sea, because I don't think a lot of people know about this, because a lot of people tuned out. And a lot of people also don't care in politics in general.
They just see that, almost like they see.
Do you care about politics other than this show?
I do. I try to sort of keep invested, regardless. Before I started on this show, I tried to sort of keep my head in front. But I'll be honest with you, it really not gives me a headache, but it makes me so depressed. I can only listen to it for such a thing, because I feel like nothing gets done.
A lot of people don't care either. I find that a lot of people just regular people who just, because
it's almost like they want to know how's it going to affect them. It's not going to peter down to them.
Because nobody cares.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone cares. Do you?
Well, see, this is the problem. I mean, see, where I live, right, is a predominantly Tory safe seat. I live in Epping Forest. It's been I've been there for 11 years. It's always been Tory, and it's not just Tory by a small majority. It's by like a 50% margin. They'll get half the votes. And the thing is, when you look at it, I always feel like I want to say, well, I don't even know what I don't even know what the person who is running for the seat, regardless if they're Tory or Labour or whatever, I don't know what they're standing for. I don't know what their manifesto is. I don't get anything. That you back in the day, you used to get like the little cards come through. They go, if you elect me,
I'm going to vote.
Joe
will do this.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to pay for potholes to be repaired. I'm going to make sure that there's a freedom pass. Nothing.
Did you watch that talk I sent you on Rory Stewart?
Do you know what? Are you going to kill me? I haven't.
No. I'm not mad. This is a long talk. It's an hour and 15 minutes. But you'll like it. Because in the talk, Rory Stewart, you say, yeah, I'm going to fix potholes. But do you know what? I says, my father said to me, I'm using father because it's what Rory Stewart said. Normally I'd say my dad. My father said to me, stick in your constituency. Don't spend all your time in Westminster. Get the broadband in. Fix the potholes, do a better council. He's like, it's not the way it works.
Yeah.
Because an MP doesn't deal with local issues. He goes to Parliament and speaks about stuff.
Yeah.
Which is pointless. MPs should be able to sort out issues with their council. MPs should work with their council regardless of its thing to make the local area better. I really like that idea, is that give councils a great more amount of power to improve local services in their area rather than running it from a centralized system.
Yeah.
Because it's stronger together. That is it's true. There's strength in numbers.
And it would increase a little bit of civil pride as well, because you think, well, hang on.
My area's got the good broadband. Yeah. Their area doesn't. Or their area has really great amenities. Why doesn't mine?
Yeah. But it's the fact that it's not going to have to go to Westminster to go,
let's rubber stamp that bill.
I've just
third reading 6 months later.
Yeah. I've had to pay £400 for new tyres on my car, for example, because of a pothole. Well, I hardly think someone who's at Westminster is going to go and pay for that. What about my local MP? Well, my local MP has got the funds now, because he's got this much of a budget to fix those potholes.
Exactly.
And then you're going to be more encouraged to
I
vote,
feel like we should do a budget based on council allocation, which is to a degree how it largely works. But Rory Stewart was saying as well, he's like, I was in Parliament once, and I was doing ministers' questions because he had the African portfolio. Bear in mind, he's an expert in the Middle East. Expert in the Middle East. Really good guy with the Middle East. He's fluent in loads of Arabic languages. He's fluent in Farsi, Arabic. Really impressive. And he worked as a governor in the province of Kabul in the Afghan and Iraqi wars.
Yeah.
And he says, he'll get a question. It's like, will the right honourable member to talk about the diplomatic situation in Togo and Zambia. And he goes, I believe the solution is a diplomatic one, and these countries must work together to bridge their differences in a nice controlled way. And everyone goes, here, well done. And Roy Stewart goes, but the reality is we don't have an embassy in Togo. Why are you asking me a question about Togo? There's no point. We don't even deal with Togo. We don't have relations with Togo. So why do you asking me that question? What is the point?
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
That is the stupid thing about our politics.
Yeah. And it's also the other worrying thing as well, that I feel that people sometimes don't want to vote for an MP or anyone like that, anyone in a government-based system, because they don't feel associated to them.
No, because a lot of the Tory party does is drop people in.
Yeah.
Like they'll take a bloke who's from Scotland, drop him in not New South Wales, that's in Australia.
New South Wales.
In his constituency in South Wales, and it'll go, oh yeah, the people of, it's like Sajid Javid wasn't from Bromsgrove.
Yeah.
And he goes, the people of Uxbridge and Bromsgrove, or Boris Johnson is from Westminster, yet he's for the people of Uxbridge and South Ruislip.
Yeah.
Or Keir Starmer was from somewhere in the Midlands, and yet he's representing Holborn and St Pancras. They parachute them in because they know they're going to win it, and therefore there's no actual connection. I feel like your MP should be where you're from.
Yeah, I think so.
And do you know what that would do? Is it would diversify the people in Parliament.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people are from very well off backgrounds, and they don't represent the people of their constituency.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Hackney, and it's not one of the most affluent areas, and I'll be honest with you, Diane Abbott, when I was there, and even to this day, if she is the representative of Hackney and speaks for the people, I'll be shocked at that. If so, then that means I must be the representative for Edinburgh. Because
exactly, it just doesn't make any sense. Shocking. And on that terrible disappointment,
nice.
Because we've had a nice rant about the British political system and how it should be reformed.
Oh yes,
do stay tuned, as me and Tom will be coming back at you right after these wonderful messages.
If you're looking for a unique bespoke cake made especially for your big day, then look no further. Here at Sugar Sprinkle Cakery, we design some of the most imaginative and delicious home-baked cakes for your special occasions. We do fresh cream, buttercream, eggless and vegan cakes. Check us out on Instagram or Facebook at Sugar Sprinkle Cakery, or just call 07932 665 833. That's 07932 665 833.
As part of the NHS Test and Trace, NHS is launching the COVID-19 app to help protect yourself and your loved ones. Today, I would like to welcome Dr. Jason Wara, OBE Chief Executive of Lioncroft Wholesale Limited, who is going to advise us on how we can download the app to control coronavirus and safely get on with living. Jason, tell us why this app has actually been launched.
Thank you, G. We live very much in a technological world now, and our day-to-day living centres around our mobile phones. Everyone we love, their contact details are on our phone. So by simply downloading the NHS COVID-19 app from the App Store or Google Play, we can protect them.
Jason, am I right to say it's the fastest way to detect if you are at risk of catching COVID-19?
It informs you if you're at risk of infection due to contact with others or your area has become high risk. And that means you can quickly alert your friends and family. All of us have a social responsibility to control the spread of the virus. It's important that we all download the app today on our phone, encourage others to do the same, and help anyone who isn't familiar with apps.
Fabulous. And I'm sure that our listeners are eager to know what the NHS COVID-19 app will actually do.
Yes, let me explain in 4 simple points the purpose of the app. It will tell you anonymously if you've been in contact with someone who has coronavirus. It shows you the risk level in your area and the action to take. It uses a built-in QR code scanner to check in at all venues. And if you have symptoms, you can very conveniently book a test on the app.
So, Jason, as a prominent member of the business community, I am sure having the QR scanner will make entering venues easier and quicker.
Indeed, G. When you check into a venue, be it for a business, you just need to open the NHS COVID-19 app, select venue, check in, and hold your phone up to the QR code on the official NHS poster. And when the app registers the code, you'll see a tick and the name of the venue.
So as you can just imagine, many of us are concerned about our privacy. Can you actually reassure our listeners?
G, the public need not worry at all. The app uses proven Bluetooth technology to protect your privacy. It cannot track your location, check to see if you're self-isolating, or see personal data on your phone, contacts, messages, and all such like. In any case, you're free to delete the app at any time, which will delete any shared data.
That's good to know, Jason. Thank you. So what are your final words of wisdom for our beloved listeners?
The NHS COVID-19 app is absolutely free and available to download now. My advice would be, if you want to protect yourself and your loved ones, download it immediately and tell your friends and family to do the same. Get the youngsters to help you if necessary.
Our much appreciated thanks to Jason for joining us today. The new NHS COVID-19 app is free and available now to download in English, Urdu, Punjabi, Bengali, and Gujarati. Please download the app from the App Store or Google Play today.
Revive FM
94.0. On the radio.
On your mobile.
And online.
Test.
This is Revive FM 94.0.
Reviving communities.
The views expressed on this program do not necessarily represent those of Revive FM or its management.
Hello there. Welcome back to Revive FM. It's the second hour of your Tuesday drive time. My name is Thom Hutchinson, and I am joined here in the studio by my amazing co-host,
Henry Scott.
That's him there. And by the way, I don't know if we mentioned this earlier on, but it's actually V-Day today.
What's with that? That's not victory. Well, should have put on like a World War II tune. No, I'm judging.
Come on, I thought it was quite good.
I'm judging too harshly.
I thought it was a reason to celebrate. I always find this quite a celebratory song, not just because it's one of the greatest movie themes ever, or one of the greatest movies ever.
I agree with you on that.
What?
No, I'm sorry. There's so much better movie theme music than Star
Wars.
But
I'm sorry, but it's just one of the greatest movies ever. You cannot deny this, sir.
No, there's definitely better films than Star Wars.
I'm sorry, what? Did you just say there are greater films than
there are way better films than Star Wars?
I knew it.
And you'll never change that opinion. Okay, so firstly, any of the Star Trek films, far better.
I'm sorry.
Any of the Star Trek films, TV series.
It's only logical, Jim. Really?
No. Okay, original series. Admittedly, that falls below Star Wars for me. But any other Star Trek series, and Deep Space Nine. Any other Star Trek series, and I genuinely mean that. We just have to get rid of original series and Deep Space Nine.
I mean,
I was never a fan of Deep Space Nine.
I was never a fan of any of them. The only things I've actually watched are the new movies.
But it's based on science, not the gravity ray.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's realistic. It's what I love about because it's like tangible.
It's realistic.
It's real. You can imagine it happening.
It's not realistic. It's about a man called James Tiberius Kirk who wants to go around and make love to beautiful alien women. That's it.
No. What? And Luke Skywalker's not.
All right, there was that one.
Exactly.
And it
was his cousin, which is weird.
It wasn't actually. It was his sister. But
which is even weirder.
We're just going to move on from that. Oh my! See, now this is what I say. We'd like to have a slightly relaxed second hour. So we've gone from sort of high talking Brexit politics to a man kissing his sister in a fictitious movie. But anyway, it is actually V-Day today, which is why I was playing that, because it is the first vaccinations have been taking place. So we've now got the OAPs and vulnerable members of the public are being immunized. Immunized as we speak.
We've got some breaking news.
Oh, have we now?
The UK and EU have reached deal on Northern Irish border checks.
Oh, that's good.
Do you want me to read this out?
Go for it.
On
news
trading rules for Northern Ireland, the UK had planned to override parts of Brexit divorce deal it signed last year, potentially breaking international law. It said they wanted a safety net to prevent a border down the Irish Sea in case talks with the EU over the border broke down. But the UK has now dropped the plans to put the powers into law. The threat at risk jeopardising the separate negotiations over a UK-EU trade deal, which are heading into a crucial stage. The UK government has pledged to remove controversial sections in its internal market bill, as well as similar parts of the forthcoming bill about taxation, after reaching an agreement in principle with the EU.
Okay.
Ministers have admitted that sections would have allowed them to breach international law and led the EU to threaten a legal challenge over them. Now, I'm going to go off on a bit of a tangent here.
Go for it. That's all right. I think we've been doing that for most of the time.
International law cannot be held up.
And would you like to divulge on that, sir?
Yeah. Well, put it this way, right? So, international law tends to be ratified by international government organizations, IGOs,
right?
And IGOs are like the UN, the EU,
so kind of like external bodies. They're not political bodies, sort of.
No, they are.
Oh, right.
Because they involve communications between countries.
Right.
Now, the reason I think that a lot of so China has violated a lot of international law.
Right.
Any sanctions? No. Russia has, but Russia was told not to go to war with Ukraine. It was said that's illegal. The referendum was illegal.
Still did, didn't it?
Didn't matter. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
At all.
They still did it.
The US and the UK in 2003 with the Iraq involvement.
That's true. Yeah.
It was deemed illegal by the UN. And did we care? No. We did it anyway. Was there any consequences? No.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's more like a don't do that. That's very bad.
That's very bad. But countries can just do it anyway. So it doesn't matter if we've done it.
It's kind of pointless. Then,
but I mean, it wouldn't have helped relations with the EU countries.
No.
Just say. So yeah, you've got to kind of think about the consequences of the day. But they will apply. So the details of new border agreements have not yet been published, but are expected to be rubber stamped before the end of next month. What? They will apply regardless of whether the two sides agree to a deal to govern their trading relationship. Now, there cannot be a border down the Irish Sea. And I hate that the UK government is saying there won't be a border down the Irish Sea. There will be a border down the Irish Sea.
Yeah, it's going to happen, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's
whichever
way you look at it. But then there's the other thing. So what happens, say, with things like the Isle of Man and things like that? Now, because I know obviously they are their own.
They don't have a border with the EU, so it doesn't matter.
So what will happen there? Now, are they going to still? Because I know they obviously they're
little tax haven.
Yeah, they are their own state, aren't they? A bit like Jersey and the Channel Islands.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
So
sort of govern themselves.
Yeah,
bit of support from the UK government every now and then.
So presumably, they're not really going to be fussed with this, are they? It's not, even though they're out in the Irish Sea, they're not going to be that bothered or
no, because it will still be domestic. I'm assuming.
Okay.
But like in the minute when you fly to Northern Ireland, you come out of the domestic terminal.
Yeah.
What will have to happen?
You'll have to go to the international.
You'll have to go to the international, which is separating the country.
Yeah.
I take issue with that, not only because I believe in a united kingdom, but I also, as somebody with Northern Irish family, know that they are not happy with that situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's because
they believe they're British and they're entitled to that.
Yeah, and this is what has happened even before we joined the common market. It was back in, what was it, 1973? It was still part of that. So this is going to be, and then it's also the infrastructure as well that's got to go in place. You know, everyone's got to learn how to deal with these new things now. There'll be new regulations put in place.
Do you know what's even worse is that if there isn't a no deal, there's still going to be chaos at borders because it's not realistic.
Yeah, no one's going to know which way to go.
There's not enough time for a lot of ports have been saying we do not have the physical capacity or time or man hours to put in this new system and make it work. Especially if there's a no deal.
Yeah,
we're really running up the clock here. And I feel like they're going to call our bluff, and we're the ones. Yeah.
Well, do you know what? It's like I said. I think when we were on the break a little while ago, and I said that because I know that Boris Johnson is planning to now. He's not having to self-isolate anymore. He's planning to go out to Brussels and lead these talks. So he basically thinks he's going to be able to do something in 2 weeks, which we've not been able to do in 4 years with 2 prime ministers. I mean, Bojo, good luck, mate. That's all I can say. If he can do this, then I think we'll have to say that he's now got the art of the deal instead of Trump. Because let's be honest. I mean, let's call a spade here. And he said something else, but that's an in-joke. We are heading for a no-deal Brexit. It's going to happen. I mean, we've got 2 weeks. We're not unless we sort of somehow come to a real common ground.
No, we won't come to a common ground. The UK government will cede and say they were successful.
They'll try and spin it, basically.
Yeah, no, completely. They employ spin doctors for a reason, Tom.
I know, but there's a reason. I mean, yeah, but there's only so much you can spin something. I mean,
do you know what? Right,
what do they always say about putting lipstick on a pig?
Yeah. Oh, well, David Cameron would know. Yeah, that's a bit crude. I do apologise.
But of course, as we are impartial, who's to say it was a pig?
Well, I'd say we're not impartial. To be fair, we have to make sure that there's a degree of impartiality in what we say.
What we say is we
inciting people.
Yeah, we don't discriminate because we mock everybody. Is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone gets it.
But this is the part of the Brexit withdrawal agreement that really annoys me, and they call this the divorce deal.
Oh, yes.
Sets out the details of the UK's exit from the EU, which took place earlier this year. Northern Ireland is the only land border between the UK and the EU. Under the arrangement known as the Northern Ireland Protocol, which is part of the withdrawal agreement, from January, goods will not need to be checked along the Irish border, and the region will continue to enforce the EU's customs, product standards, and rules. Which means, in order to comply with EU requirements, some checks will be needed on certain goods entering Northern Ireland from Great Britain, separating
the UK
from Northern Ireland.
Right. So
in September, the EU expressed anger. Published its internal market bill. When the UK government published the internal market bill, which would have enabled ministers to ignore some of the Northern Ireland Protocol requirements.
Yeah.
For example, it would have allowed ministers to override sections of the Brexit divorce deal specifying that companies removing goods from Northern Ireland to Great Britain would have to fill out export declaration forms. The pledge from ministers to remove the powers comes one day after they ordered Conservative MPs to reinstate them to the bill on Monday. They had been removed from the bill by the House of Lords.
I mean, it's not just the Irish, but it's also then we've got another argument brewing on the other side because of the fishing rules, the fishing rights.
Yeah, and France said they will not back down
because they know they're going to win.
Yeah, they are. It's 27 people versus us.
Yeah,
it's 500. It's 500. It's 480 million people versus 60. Who do you think is going to win?
It's basically going to be 300, but without the togas, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So the Spartans, it's going to be
well, do you know what
Brexit?
Do you know what's quite interesting? There's a bit of a political rumble going on in the EU at the minute.
Really?
Yeah. So do you know about the whole Polish and Hungary issue?
No, I haven't. No, what's this about?
Right. So Poland and Hungary are very upset with the EU at the minute because the EU budget is basically on recovery and stuff. Is just they're not happy with it. They're not happy with
on
the way
coronavirus recovery. I take it. Okay, right.
They're not happy with the way the money's being spent. They feel like they're being pushed around. Politicians and EU MEPs for Poland and Hungary are threatening to not ratify the budget. And if one member does not agree on the budget, doesn't go through.
Wow.
Which means for the first time in 27 years, might not happen. Another big issue which is coming up, which a lot of economists are thinking about, is when the euro was designed in 1990, they said a safe limit of debt for countries using the euro is 2% of GDP. Now, if I go to France,
which, let's be honest, have quite a bit of GDP.
No, sorry, as in 2%, the debt is 2% of GDP.
Right. But their output's quite high, isn't it? Presumably, because they export a lot of stuff, not just food, but
government debt for France is 98% of GDP. It was never a safe limit was 2%.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're at 98.
Yeah. Italy.
I mean, say no more. You just said the word Italy. Let's say no more about that.
134%. Wow. Greece.
What are they at?
I'm trying to find it. Greece,
I mean, bearing in mind, Greece has been declared bankrupt as well. So that's
300 around. Even Google doesn't know. Around.
It ran out of zeros.
375 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is,
bearing in mind, we're at
300% of GDP.
Wow.
That was in 2014.
And we are at, and what are we at the moment? We're at 400 billion.
The UK's exceeded 100% this year, but we have the pound, which means it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sorry,
Within,
it does
within,
matter.
Yeah, within reason, I suppose. But it does make you think, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, supposedly 85%, but I reckon that'll jump to 100 this year.
Yeah, I mean,
we borrowed so much money, Tom.
Well, didn't we
money.
say since March we've racked up 400 billion.
We've racked up more than we did in the entire financial crisis period.
Yeah, and that's because everything was shut down, wasn't it? Whereas with the financial crisis, we still had stuff going. It just wasn't a lot coming out of it, wasn't it? That was the problem. But it's unprecedented times, really. I mean, that's the only way we can say about it. But I do have a story which I will talk about later on. It's kind of a money story, but it's very, very, very tenuous. But I'm going to say about this after the break, because we've still got a bit of time. We've got about 5 minutes, but I don't know if you want me to do it now or not.
No, go for it, man.
All right. Well, it's kind of obviously we all know about the passing of Diego Maradona as well.
Yes.
So you're going to have to bear with me on this one.
Lots of random girls and people who don't watch football going, oh, I just want to see him play basketball one more time.
Exactly. Well, I had to also explain to someone the other day what the hand of God was. They'd never actually seen it. They'd heard of it, but didn't actually know what it was.
We had a sports teacher in my old school who would always bang on about the first 11 being, you are God's team, you are. It's called Mr. Pain. It was a bit of a pain.
So you should have said, so does that mean we can handball then? Like, so basically, so in Naples, they've renamed the stadium because he used to play for Napoli. So they've now renamed the stadium. I think it's now the Stadium Diego Maradona or something like that. So, but there is an Argentinian senator who's proposing to put an image of Diego Maradona on 1,000 peso banknotes, which is the highest denomination they have. It's roughly equivalent to about $12 or about £9. They're suggesting that they have a picture of his face on one side and a picture of one of his greatest goals on the other, which, let's be honest, is either going to be the hand of God or the second one he scored afterwards in 1986. They just feel that it would carry the effigy of Diego Maradona on one side, and the moment the second goal against England, there we go, on the other one, the senator who is named, let's see if I can find it, Norma Druango, I hope I said that right, has suggested putting the image also on commemorative stamps. And she said, quote, "The idea is not to recognize our most important idol, but also to think of the economic question. We feel that when tourists come here, they will want to take a Maradona away with them." Now, I'm sorry, that sounds a little bit odd. Because I don't mean this in a horrible way. He wasn't squeaky clean. He wasn't squeaky clean. And he was worth a bit of money. And we know what he spent some of that on was
drugs.
Exactly. And probably used 1,000 peso note to administer those drugs into his system as well. So, I mean, obviously I wasn't there. I don't know. But the fact that she says to take a bit of Maradona away from them, that means someone's going to go up there and say, "You got any Maradona, mate? You got any Maradona? Yeah, I want to take a bit of Maradona away, mate." I mean, come on.
It's not exactly done. They've not done a good job there. Somebody's not thought that through. Yeah. Somebody's not thought that through.
Oh, mate, got any Diego Maradona? No, I've got some Pele, mate. I want some Pele. You want some Pele?
Oh, man. The amount of times this has happened now.
I know.
They've made such bad decisions. So many times, like Boris wanted Big Ben to bring Big Ben, paying for a bob for a Big Ben bomb.
Yeah, but was it bung a bob for a Big Ben bomb?
And then they'll have at the end of it, it's like you're making policy on live TV.
I know.
It's like, I probably shouldn't be doing that.
I know. I still say, well, the best ones I've heard is, I mean, to this day, nothing will ever beat the words "the Shard." I mean, because now the poor architect who's designed that building, probably his greatest achievement in his lifetime. We're going, "Oh, this is amazing! It's incredible! I've built this monument in the centre of London."
Yeah, the Shard,
and it's become a running joke now. You go, "Oh, see ya! Oh, I took my girlfriend up the Shard the other day," and it's like, because we all know what.
No,
do we not know what that means? Is this just?
I can tell it's an innuendo from the way you said it.
Exactly, yeah. It's
but I've never heard used as an innuendo.
It's one of the funniest innuendos that's going. And the funny thing is, well, one of the guys I work with, he's 18, and he said it the other day, completely innocent, and we all just started getting the giggles at the pub because he said, "Oh, I took my girlfriend up the Shard the other day," and all started laughing. Now he's actually
I'm laughing as well.
He's gone at the building.
But I never would have said that.
Yeah, it's.
I never would have not said that. I'd have said, I'd take her up. Oh God!
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And
Tom, you've really done it now.
I know.
You shouldn't have told me that.
I know. And on that bombshell, it's time to go to the adverts.
Oh no! No! I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry.
I'm really, come on. That wasn't as bad as some of the other ones we've done tonight.
That's true. Yeah.
There we go. So even my microphone's falling over. Right.
No, let's just go.
We're going to go to the ads. See you after the break.
Let's go.
As winter approaches, here's a critical reminder of coronavirus symptoms from Dr. Gupta.
The main symptoms of coronavirus are a high temperature or a new continuous cough or a sudden loss or change in your sense of smell or taste. If you have any of these, to protect yourself and others, it is critical you isolate at home, even if you don't feel too bad. And you must book a test immediately. Use the NHS COVID-19 app or go to gov.uk/coronavirus.
Stay alert, control the virus, save lives.
Our studies. All you need to do is complete an online survey. Please help us to understand the coronavirus disease so we can develop tools to prevent it. Sign up at qmul.ac.uk/Covidence. Sign up and save lives.
Looking to get your finances in order? MR Accountants has you covered. We provide a full range of accountancy and taxation services, including annual and management accounts, self-assessment tax returns, VAT, bookkeeping, and payroll services. We ensure you're kept up to date with the latest legislation, and our client-focused approach helps us plan your business finances from savings to investments. We are MR Accountants. Visit our website at mraccountants.com or call us on 0203 432 9138.
If you're looking for a unique bespoke cake made especially for your big day, then look no further. Here at Sugar Sprinkle Cakery, we design some of the most imaginative and delicious home-baked cakes for your special occasions. We do fresh cream, buttercream, eggless, and vegan cakes. Check us out on Instagram or Facebook at Sugar Sprinkle Cakery, or just call 07932 665 833. That's 07932 665 833.
Part of the NHS Test and Trace, NHS has launched a COVID-19 app. Using the app will help everyone like yourself, your family, and your friends, and the wider community to control coronavirus and safely live your lives. So today with us, guys, we have Amir Barkor from the IT company Intech with us to give us more details about this app. Hello, Amir. Do you think launching this app was a good idea?
In this day and age, we do everything on our phone. In fact, everyone we love is on our phone. And now we can use it to protect them by just downloading and using the NHS COVID-19 app. It is so simple and quick, and that is what we need right now. Because the faster you know, the quicker you can alert and protect your loved ones and help control coronavirus.
Download the NHS COVID-19 app from the App Store or Google Play to protect our loved ones. The app will also be available in different languages like Bengali, Urdu, Gujarati, and Punjabi.
COVID-19 remains highly contagious, and even people without symptoms can spread it. So we need to keep using hand sanitizer in shops, keep wearing our face coverings on the bus, keep making space at the school gates. And now we're indoors more, we should let fresh air in to help blow COVID-19 particles away. Let's keep doing all we can to protect each other and help stop the spread. Remember, hands, face, space, and let fresh air in.
Revive FM
94.0. On the radio.
on your mobile.
And online.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Revive FM. It's Tuesday. It is your drive time, or second hour, your drive time hour. My name is Thom Hutchinson. I am joined here in the studio by my amazing co-host,
Henry Scott. Sorry.
He was too busy doing the on-demand, on the radio, online, on your phone, everything like that.
Do you know, there's a new headline about schools.
Go for it.
Schools can take an inset day next Friday and finish term early for Christmas to give teachers a proper break.
Well, if that's not a reason to play this song, then I don't know what is. Oh, it didn't want to work now. Great. There we go.
Why is that good?
Giving them an inset day?
Well, it's nice for kids, but they've not been at school all year.
Well, they've been at school.
No, I don't want an extra week off.
Why not? This is a different. We are a different generation.
No, I like going to school.
See, we're a different generation, you and me. I'm telling you. Back in my day, it would have been any excuse to get out of school,
even after a pandemic.
Potentially, yes. But we didn't really have a pandemic. All we had was TB. It was kind of all we had, tuberculosis.
Was that a thing?
Yeah, back in 2000, in Hackney, 2001, there was
a big TB outbreak.
Yeah, I never actually had the jab, but it was
I
because
don't really think we should be talking about quite a deadly illness whilst ours is on.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I could put on the Imperial theme.
No, that would be even worse.
There we go. I'll turn it down. But yeah, no, basically back in Hackney, because of, for lack of a better term, it was because people were spitting and gobbing everywhere, and that's not me.
Did you not get vaccinated?
I actually had I had a reaction to it. So I had the tester done, and I kind of my arm, it didn't swell up, but when I had the jab, I mean, people on Facebook and YouTube can see this. I had the jab about there, and
obviously no tattoo at the time.
Yeah, there's no tattoo. Yeah, I mean, it would have been fun at 13. Why'd you get that tattoo, Mum? Like, Tom, why'd you get that? I don't know, Mum. Just, you know, it was a pencil.
Why not?
It was permanent ink. But basically, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's actually, these are all Sharpies. So I had it done, and within a couple of hours, I was already starting to like itch, and I thought, oh, this is not for me. And so everybody else is then having the injection done, and I said, look, I'm not comfortable in having it, because if it's done that to my arm and I'm now going to end up with a giant lump, because it always gives you a big lump afterwards, this TB injection. And the worst thing was, there was a guy in our class who used to punch everybody.
Are you not vaccinated against TB then?
I'm actually not. No, I did look at it. I spoke to, me and my mum spoke to our local GP at Barton House in Stoke Newington a couple of months afterwards, and they said, look, to be honest, it's dying down now. You might not need it, but they said, just be careful. If you get any sort of symptoms, obviously, like come straight in.
The smell at the back of the throat.
Exactly, yeah. And but the thing was, then this is going to sound really stupid, because I'm a little bit OCD anyway. So like I've got the thing, like if I click my toes, for example, I have to do it on the other foot. Really random stuff. So as soon as I saw somebody had spat on the floor and I was walking up towards it, I'd hold my breath. And that sounds really stupid, but just thinking that could carry TB. And I'd walk along, and I would not get past until I walked past it and it got about 6 foot away. I wouldn't breathe, because I thought, in case I breathe in TB. I don't think that's how you pick it up. I don't think it's airborne. I think it's a case of if someone spat at you or something like that. But that was how bad it got in my mind. And so, yeah, I've never actually been vaccinated against it, which is a bit of a, well, it's a bit of a worry. But I mean, touch wood, you know, I'm 33 now.
Well, I mean, you've got your other vaccinations, right?
I had MMR and everything when I was younger, so that's all. I'm all good against that. I'll obviously be getting the COVID at some point, because you know we all have to have that. But I'm right down here, and even though I don't think I'm classed as high risk, because I've got a breathing problem because of my nose and stuff. Although that's been fun trying to get that sorted. I actually had to call up the doctors again today, because I've been getting dizzy spells, because it's all related. Well, to be honest, there was a part of me I didn't want to let on, but I was waiting to see, like, you know, when I text you to say, you know, obviously meet you in the studio today. Yeah. About an hour beforehand, I was still in bed. I couldn't actually get out of bed until.
You got vertigo.
Well, this is the thing. I don't think I suffer with it, but I spoke to the doctor today, because I had a Zoom call at 11 o'clock with the pub.
Yeah.
So I woke up at 8 like I normally do, and I sort of lounge around. I'll watch a quick video on YouTube, just catch up on news and all that sort of stuff in bed, and then I'll get up and do my thing. And every time I go to turn around or spin or whatever, I feel like I'm on a roundabout, like, and I'm getting thrown off. But the doctor thinks I've got an inner ear infection.
I mean, that would be it.
Yeah,
because you put your ears where your balance comes
exactly.
From. So,
yeah. And it's weird, because I do get that. I know, obviously, as well with vertigo, your eyes move. You get a bit of a twitch on the eye, don't you? Yeah. And I notice in the evening, that's when it's a lot worse. And I do feel like my eyes are sort of going around a little bit. So it could be that. I don't know, but. I think also I've got sort of blocked sinuses and stuff, because obviously where my
can't equalize the pressure.
Yeah, where my septum's deviated, and it has been for the thick end now of 20 years, but obviously I broke it again in July. That's why I always sound, especially when I hear myself back after the show late, I sound so bunged up on the show.
Do you? The reason. Yeah, I've never noticed it.
Yeah, I can really hear it. I sound like that. It's really bad, but I think it is my sinuses are blocked. So I need to. I've got another referral to go in January to another doctor's, because Queen's at the minute, where I was supposed to be having the surgery done, is on full lockdown.
Yeah, a lot of places. You know what? Actually, I think we should talk about that. Is London has been rumoured it could be placed in tier 3 soon.
Yeah, coming from next week, because that's when they review it again, isn't it? Fall off my chair, the shock of it. Yeah, it's going to be. potentially, well, they have to review them every 2 weeks now, don't they? But
yes, and cases in London are rising. There's no doubt about that.
It's only in a couple of boroughs, though. It's only in the north London and North East. Yeah, Redbridge as well.
Get it under control, please.
They need to. It
is Redbridge though, because it's been Redbridge for a very long time now, even pre-mini lockdown.
Yeah. I mean,
London, people can't afford to go into tier 3. Hospitality is just going to be killed.
Exactly. I mean, like, well, put it this way, even Epping Forest was really bad. I think Epping Forest was the 9th worst out of 20.
Shall we have a look at the
gone
stats?
Down. Yeah, let's have a look and see if it's changed. But I know Epping Forest was bad, but that's gone down. The funny thing was, I mean, again, it was on the Sun, so take it with a pinch of salt. Suffolk could be going into tier 3.
Really?
Which is really interesting.
It's like Slough got put in a tier 3.
Yeah, but then it's because of, what did I say? It's down to their facilities, but also the number of people per 100,000.
Yeah, because do you know what I was thinking? You've just reminded me. I really wanted to talk about this. So when the new tiers came out, everyone was going, "Oh, it's really prejudiced. You know, it's really like this, that, and the other, and all this stuff."
Yeah.
And do you know what? It is prejudiced, and it is prejudiced towards the South because the South has had significantly more investment in public services, hospitals for years and years and years, and it's purely been on a population basis.
Yeah.
So London has many more hospitals per person, more GP clinics per person, more nursing clinics per person. And that is because just in general, there's more people living here.
Yeah.
It's got better capacity for emergencies or disasters as well, because they believe places like London are a big target for XYZ, bad things to happen. So naturally, there's lots of capacity. Now, the reason that London got placed in a tier 2 is because it can handle the higher rate of cases than the North can, because in the North, it will not be able to handle the capacity.
Really?
That is the only I mean, I'm not sure if that's their reasoning behind it, but that's the only foreseeable reason I could come up with.
Not also the fact that there happens to be a major metropolitan city in the south of England, which is also the capital city.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with capitals or anything like that. I think it's purely based on the fact that hospitals in the south have less capacity than hospitals in the north have less capacity than hospitals in the south. And it's because the issue is if hospitals become overwhelmed by coronavirus patients, they won't be able to treat other people, and the mortality rate in general starts to increase massively. Like what happened in March. But do you know what I think do you know what lockdown in March proved? Is that a lot of people misuse A&E.
Yeah, absolutely.
Massively.
But then did I say this last week that when I broke my nose and my tailbone back in July,
they told you to go.
They told me to go to A&E, and I left it 4 days before I called up because I thought, well, one, I don't want to go to a hospital right back now because I don't want to pick up anything. But also the fact that I just felt I did it a couple of days ago, and also it's a broken nose and a broken tailbone. It can't be fixed. Well, all right, the nose can be fixed, the tailbone can't. But I'm going to be a drain on resources, so I don't want to go because I feel like I'm going to be wasting their time when they could actually give that to somebody else who's, I don't know, had a car accident or been attacked or something. So straight away, that's their thing, is to just you go to A&E. Why?
There's no point. Yeah, exactly. Anyway. So week ending 2nd December, cases per 100,000 population per week. Redbridge was 400 plus, Waltham Forest was 400 plus, Newham was 400 plus, Upminster, Hornchurch and Upminster, just the east of London.
What about Epping Forest?
I haven't got Epping Forest because it's not in London.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
I'm just looking at specifically London because everyone who listens to us is in London.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'll be honest with you though. It's when I walk down to the studio, I don't see a lot of social distancing. I mean, there is a takeaway place which is normally where when we carpooled in, where I park.
Yeah,
and it's I saw about 20 people there, all congregating outside and inside, and I thought, how does that work? Yeah, and they were all, and the interesting thing was, and feel free to call in. I mean, as we've said, we are a
call in
studio.
show.
Yeah, we are 0333 444 0940. That's 0333 444 0940. They were all students. That's the thing, and they were all school students.
Do you remember when Boris gave his coronavirus lockdown announcement thing? And Chris Whitty and Sir Patrick Vallance came on and they showed all the data and what will happen if we don't lock down and all that.
Oh, was this the second time? Was it the second lockdown? Yeah. So I kind of missed it because I was working, but I quietly had the phone on.
And they got up a graph all the ages and case rates.
Right.
And if it basically it was a darker color, then there was lots of it.
Yeah.
So it looks quite funny. In every single region, case rate was, bad in some areas, but for every single area in the UK, there was a massive black line for 18 to 24 year olds. And you're thinking, oh, well, that's a good show from us.
That's us. We're stuck then, aren't we?
That's a good show from us.
See, being 33 is not too bad now, is it? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
But I'll be honest with you. There's no way you can get like primary schools and even secondary schools to socially distance. There's no way. It's a sociable age, a sociable generation.
Yeah, very difficult.
You're encouraged to mix. That's why people go to school, not just to educate, but also to learn how to be social. And it's so hard. I mean, could you imagine? Like, I know that one of my friends who works in the school was actually deputy head of the school. They were saying there's no way you can get primary school kids to social distance. They're all going to run into each other. They're going to ask for pens. They want to hug. They're going to ask for pens and pencils and stuff like that. You can't do it. So what they're having
in
to do
our school, we've got to wear masks.
Really?
Yeah.
So is that like wear a mask, sit down, take it off?
You can take it off when you're at your desk, and every desk is socially distanced. In the canteen, you've got a social distance. Leave your mask on unless you're eating food. I've kind of got used to it now. I initially
it's the new norm, isn't it?
I really hated it, and I've sadly got used to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's so odd, isn't it? I mean,
it's weird. I know, but do you know what? For me, it's not odd anymore.
Which is the worrying thing, isn't it? This is the new normal. It's kicked in after what would you say, 9 months? It's now become a thing, isn't it?
Well, I mean, apparently a lot of people won't be ditching their masks once they've been vaccinated.
I will.
Pollsters show that they just won't.
I will.
And do you know what? The
vaccine can't breathe.
No, but the vaccine might not be a cure-all. So they're thinking they might have to do vaccine plus for another couple of years until we sort of get rid of COVID.
Yeah, but But do you know what though? I don't think we will get rid of COVID. I think we'll just live with it. But it'll be like sort of measles, mumps, and rubella. You'll live with it, but we'll keep having injections like the flu. It'll be like a flu vaccine.
Yeah.
We'll have to get it every year or so. Like you have to get a top up or something like that.
Well, I mean, what I'm kind of hoping is if we can vaccinate everyone quickly enough, which at the minute we can't, then we could eliminate community transmission of COVID-19 in the UK.
Yeah. I mean, that would be.
Because if you can get the R number down to a certain point.
Well, we're between 0.8 and 1 at the moment, aren't we? Which is good.
Yeah. But if you can get the R number down to 0.5 and keep it there for, however long.
Yeah.
Then the vaccine the virus peters out on its own.
Yeah, because it's not being transmitted from. Because presumably,
because that's what a vaccine does. Is a vaccine has an effect on the R number because somebody with coronavirus comes into contact with somebody vaccinated.
Yeah,
they can't get it.
Therefore, they can't pass it on.
One of the possible contacts of transmission is eliminated, and you take that person out of the chain from infecting someone.
Yeah, so it's like effectively like breaking the link in that chain almost, isn't it? So. I mean, we can only hope, really, can't we? Because
I mean, put it this way: if in the next couple of weeks, the R number starts to go back up, there'll be another lockdown, and definitely over the Christmas period.
Oh yeah, we're going to pay for it. With
I have to encourage. I think that, and this is just my personal opinion. I think I'm encouraging everyone not to mix on Christmas Day. I don't think it's a good idea to. If you value your grandparents' life, don't mix with them. Because if Boris comes out and goes, yeah, enjoy your Christmas with your families, guys, and then Chris Whitty comes out and says, sit your grandparents by the window, that means that they're saying no, you shouldn't do it. That means they have said to the Prime Minister, don't do it, and are now being held to.
But let's be honest, I think there would have been such a backlash if they'd have not said. Or if they'd said, sorry, you can't have Christmas together. They kind of...
Mate, I don't know about that. I think there's a lot of people who think that having Christmas is a stupid idea. I think there's a lot of people out there which think the Christmas restrictions easing is a silly idea.
Yeah.
And I think it's also, personally, I think it's unfair on the Muslim community and the Hindu community because the day before Ramadan and the day before Diwali, they were just like, sorry, guys.
Lockdown.
You can't mix with your household. You can't have your celebrations. But Christmas,
yeah,
of course,
that's all right.
And I know this is a Christian country, vast majority, and vast majority of people celebrate Christmas. I kind of feel like it's a little bit selective and biased.
It is a little bit, isn't it? I mean, it's horrible, but I think this is the problem. You can't, and I'm not condoning anything. Don't get me wrong, but you're never going to get a situation. This is why I'd be a terrible politician. You're never going to get something that's going to please everybody.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly. That's the right.
And that is the sad thing for Theresa May and Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
Because whatever it's like Rishi Sunak finally extended the furlough scheme.
Exactly.
Everyone was going, extend the furlough scheme, extend the furlough scheme. What? Yes, I've now extended the furlough scheme.
Yeah.
And then all the politicians come out the next morning with like, yeah, it's a poor idea. We're really disappointed in you, Rishi. Why'd you extend the furlough? What? What's the poor guy gonna do?
I know.
He's giving away free money. Just let him do it.
Exactly. And in his own head, as we all know, it's just going Rishi.
That's what we know.
It's brilliant. I know it's terrible, isn't it? But I'll tell you what we're going to do. Well, we're going to take some of the money that we've been given and we're going to play some ads. So we'll see you after the break.
Businesses, time is running out. From the 1st of January next year, if you do business with Europe, you're going to have to follow new rules. So there are definite actions we all need to take now. More to do, I know, but it's work that won't be wasted. It needs doing no matter what. And we haven't got long. Less than 3 months and counting. Check what your business needs to do now at gov.uk/transition. Check, change, go.
As part of the NHS Test and Trace, NHS is launching the COVID-19 app to help protect yourself and your loved ones. Today, I would like to welcome Dr. Jason Warrer, OBE, Chief Executive of Lioncroft Wholesale Limited, who is going to advise us on how we can download the app to control coronavirus and safely get on with living. Jason, tell us why this app has actually been launched.
Thank you, G. We live very much in a technological world now, and our day-to-day living centers around our mobile phones. Everyone we love, their contact details are on our phone. So by simply downloading the NHS COVID-19 app from the App Store or Google Play, we can protect them.
Jason, am I right to say it's the fastest way to detect if you are at risk of catching COVID-19?
It informs you if you're at risk of infection due to contact with others or your area has become high risk. And that means you can quickly alert your friends and family. All of us have a social responsibility to control the spread of the virus. It's important that we all download the app today on our phone, encourage others to do the same, and help anyone who isn't familiar with apps.
Fabulous. And I am sure that our listeners are eager to know what the NHS COVID-19 app will actually do.
Yes, let me explain in 4 simple points the purpose of the app. It will tell you anonymously if you've been in contact with someone who has coronavirus. It shows you the risk level in your area and the action to take. It uses a built-in QR code scanner to check in at all venues. And if you have symptoms, you can very conveniently book a test on the app.
So, Jason, as a prominent member of the business community, I am sure having the QR scanner will make entering venues easier and quicker.
Indeed, G. When you check into a venue, be it for a business, you just need to open the NHS COVID-19 app, select venue, check in, and hold your phone up to the QR code on the official NHS poster. And when the app registers the code, you'll see a tick and the name of the venue.
So as you can just imagine, many of us are concerned about our privacy. Can you actually reassure our listeners?
G, the public need not worry at all. The app uses proven Bluetooth technology to protect your privacy. It cannot track your location, check to see if you're self-isolating, or see personal data on your phone, contacts, messages, and all such like. In any case, you're free to delete the app at any time, which will delete any shared data.
That's good to know, Jason. Thank you. So what are your final words of wisdom for our beloved listeners?
The NHS COVID-19 app is absolutely free and available to download now. My advice would be, if you want to protect yourself and your loved ones, download it immediately and tell your friends and family to do the same. Get the youngsters to help you if necessary.
Our much appreciated thanks to Jason for joining us today. The new NHS COVID-19 app is free and available now to download in English, Urdu, Punjabi, Bengali, and Gujarati. Please download the app from the App Store or Google Play today.
Revive FM
94.0. On the radio.
On your mobile.
And online.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Revive FM 94.0. It is the last part of your Tuesday drive time. I just want to leave him like that. My name is Thom Hutchinson, and this very dapper man looking at Facebook Live and YouTube Live is my amazing co-host,
Henry Scott.
That's him there. And
there my face is kind of sore now.
Your feces, did you say?
Shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you couldn't understand what I was doing, I was smiling very awkwardly at our Facebook live stream camera. If you get out of your car, you can tune in on the Revive FM website.
Exactly. Or you can go to Facebook and go to Revive
In your
FM
car,
UK, on your mobile,
at
and
home,
and online.
and oh yeah, sorry.
Where we are currently celebrating V-Day.
Yeah. Why, bro? Just use some like Aretha Franklin or whatever. Wait, no, that.
What, R-E-S-P-E-C-T? Aretha Franklin, yeah. It's V-Day. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay.
Anyway, Rod, look, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Ignore me.
I try to, but it's a bit hard when you're my co-host.
It's fine.
I'm joking. Right, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've actually got a little bit of a story, and then we're going to play a game, right? So I don't know if you've heard about the whole Warner Brothers, HBO Max brouhaha that's happened over the last few days. Have you heard about this?
Sort of. There's been a bit of a scuffle, hasn't there?
Yes, basically, Warner Brothers believe that cinema is dying a very slow death.
It is.
It is.
Definitely.
It is. I'll be brutally honest with you. I think that we're going to see the rise of the drive-in cinema from 2021 and home streaming.
Really?
I mean,
so. Home streaming, I think, is already preferential to the cinema. A lot of people, it's now so cheap to sort of install your own home cinema in your own house that a lot of people, what they've done is invested heavily into nice TVs and nice sound systems,
yeah.
so that it's worth it for them to do it. And I know personally, I bought a projector.
Really?
And slap it up in my room, and I play Xbox on it. And
do you not get latency though? Like, is it not?
No.
Really?
It's perfect. No, I spent a good £200 on this projector.
Wow.
Projector, and it's actually really good.
Now that I've got to see. I mean, obviously, when we're like the
mix
and stuff, you know. But
it's really cool.
Well,
really
I tell you,
cool.
well, you might be able to get a few more at some point because I think with all these cinemas are dying. But Christopher Nolan, as we all know, sort of movie visionary, made a film about going backwards and forwards at the same time, you know, Tenet. But it was so he's
I've not
hit
seen
out.
that yet. Is it good?
I'll be honest with you.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I did not understand it, and it got worse when you had Kenny Branagh trying to do a Russian
I want to watch
accent.
it on like Virgin Media or Netflix, so I can just go. Okay, I didn't understand it. Let's go back.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're rewinding it, it's going to look the same going backwards as it does going forwards because a lot of it's done backwards and
Does
forwards.
it?
Yeah, it's kind of.
I really want to see it.
I can't really. I'm not going to spoil it. Basically, there are these buildings. When you go into them, it looks like two walls. It looks like a bit of see-through glass. You go through one door and you come out another door. But
that's like Portal.
Yeah,
that game. If you
exactly.
played that,
Yeah, it's the same principle.
For reference for anyone, Portal is a game where you can have it. You basically shoot a gun at the wall, and it creates a portal, and then you can shoot another gun. And what you do is you travel through one portal. It's just like creating a door. It's like in Tom and Jerry where they slap the door up, and then he comes out the one right behind him. He gets bonked on the head because he drew the door on.
Yeah,
very cool, funny stuff.
Well, that's kind of what this is. So you go through this sort of sliding revolving door, which looks like kind of one of those outside public convenience toilets thing. And then you come out and you all look like you're going forwards, but the rest of the world's going backwards. But it's kind of the other way around. So it's all about perception stuff.
That sounds really
But, so basically, Christopher Nolan has hit out. He's been working with his company to produce movies for Warner Brothers for the last 20 years, and he has basically hit out at Warner Brothers for saying that they are going to be showing the brand new movies, so things like Wonder Woman 84, The Matrix 4, the new Suicide Squad
straight to
movie.
home streaming.
Well, no, they're going to be simulcasting it, so it's going to be coming out at the cinema and on HBO Max out in the States on the same day.
But nobody will go to the cinema.
Exactly.
How are we going to register box office hits?
Yeah. Well, I suppose it'll be done by the streaming numbers, I guess, because it's like Netflix. They can sort of see how many times, like the Queen's Gambit is now like the most watched thing on Netflix around the world because they can see how many times people have actually watched it. But he's in. I've got the report here. So it says in a shock announcement last week, Warner Brothers said its 2021 slate of films, including Suicide Squad and Matrix 4 and Dune, would launch on HBO Max the same day at cinemas in the US. And this comes after the studio had already revealed that the Wonder Woman sequel, Wonder Woman 84, will stream on Christmas Day, the same day it's being released in American cinemas. So,
well, nobody's going to go and watch a film on Christmas Day anyway.
Exactly.
What's the point? That's a stupid release time anyway. It should be go away.
Well, he says in response to the Warner Brothers decision, his first reaction was disbelief. In 2021, they've got some of the top filmmakers of the world. They've got some of the biggest stars in the world who worked for years on some of these cases, for these projects, were very close to their hearts, and are meant to be a big screen experience. They're meant to be out there for the widest possible audiences, and now they're being used for a loss leader, which is HBO Max, the streaming service, because basically HBO Max is hemorrhaging Warner Media, which has been purchased by Verizon. It's hemorrhaging the money because
it's paying all the license fees.
Yeah.
And it's not getting enough subscribers.
Exactly. So he said that the situation's very, very messy, but it's also because you've got things like the Bond movie has been pushed back so many times.
Yeah,
Mulan has gone straight to Disney Plus, although they tried to do a Disney Plus premium thing.
Let's not lie. Pre-pandemic, cinema was in decline anyway.
It was, but I'll be honest with you. When I went to go and watch the last Star Wars film, which I'll be honest with you was a bit of a mistake, when I went to watch that at the cinema, it was packed. I won't lie. But the thing is, it's only they only get exclusivity for 3 months, and then it then goes on to streaming services and home video and stuff.
And do you know what I felt like in the majority of 2020, despite the fact that there was a pandemic, a lot of films weren't released. And in 2019, I felt there just wasn't a lot to go and see in the cinema unless it was, Marvel Endgame.
Yeah, it's true.
That was the one. I only went to the cinema once in 2019, and it was for Marvel Endgame.
Yeah, for 3 hours. I'll be honest with you, one of the best movies I've seen in my life.
Yeah. But do you know what I love about Marvel Endgame is everyone's like, yeah, it's the world box office. Everyone's like, oh yeah, but Avatar. I'm like, do you remember the main character of Avatar?
Exactly.
I don't.
Yeah, I remember the visuals, but I don't remember the.
Yeah, I remember it's some blue bloke who fights around this some sort of fighting stuff. It's a very good film.
Exactly.
Do I remember the plot?
Yeah, I know.
What is that environmental fighting? I don't know.
I know. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Well, we've got 5 minutes left. Now, I will give you the choice, Mr. Scott. Would you like to either play a game or would you like to put on a little bit of a song?
Do you know what? I'd prefer a game.
You prefer a game?
Yeah.
Okay, then get ready because this is going to be.
Oh no! What have I done? No,
yes.
Don't do it.
It's going to be. It's going to be a game.
What's this?
Well, because
I thought you were going to put on the
Millionaire music.
Millionaire.
No, I'll put that on later on.
No.
No, relax. So basically, obviously, we are coming up to.
It's Christmas.
Exactly, it's a Christmassy time.
I
So
like the theme.
I know. Well, a bit of Home Alone. Why not? So.
Is it Home Alone?
Yeah, this is what's called the holiday fight. And it's John Williams as well. I'm literally going John Williams back catalogue today. So, at the moment, we all know what it's like trying to get an Xbox Series X or an S or a PlayStation 5. Unless you know someone who's robbed someone from Sony or Microsoft, you ain't getting one. Or you're a scalper.
Sad thing is, I think I do know someone who's robbed something from Microsoft.
Was they part of that? Was they part of that? Have you seen the Fast and Furious thing that's been happening?
No.
Oh, apparently people have been ram raiding trucks at 50 miles an hour to get stock of PlayStations and Xboxes, and there's even someone who has put on eBay for £950,000 PlayStation 5, and the thing is,
please don't tell me it's sold.
No, but the thing is, they put it on there because they said, and I quote, they had to get up at 8:30, turn the computer on and click buy it now. And it took up a lot of their time, hence why the price is justified and they will not negotiate on the price. So
it's kind of pointless.
I know.
No one's going to buy. I would set it at double the price. And then you could buy two PS5s.
Quite a few of them doing it. I mean, if you look on Facebook Marketplace in a minute, it's about £600 a pop at the minute. And it's a joke. But anyway, so what I've got here, I've got a little bit of a game, seeing as we've got about 4 minutes. So I'm going to rattle through these. Now, these are some of the top toys. Now, my list only goes up to 2015 because that was all I could find. So this is the top Christmas toys. Now, I want you to guess, is these before or after the preceding one? Okay, so I'm going to start you off with the High School Musical dance mat as your benchmark. All right, so that was
2003.
This was 2008. Oh, okay. So remember, 2008 is your benchmark, right? But did a DVD of Toy Story 3, which was before.
Wait, Toy Story 3?
Toy Story 3.
Okay, right.
Bear in mind, we didn't have DVDs. It's the one you're thinking of, yeah.
And it didn't exist.
Started in 96, but this is Toy Story 3.
Which was 2011?
I can't tell you because I'm just giving away the answer. So is it before or after 2008?
After.
You're right. It's 2010. There you go. There you are. He's one up.
Come on.
Okay, so 2010 is next. But Beyblades. Now,
do you
remember
remember Beyblades.
They were those really dodgy
They
sort
were
of
really
spinning
cool.
tops that sort of self-destructed if they hit each other, wasn't it?
Yeah, they'd like the little balls you chuck on the magnetic cars and they go boom.
That's it, yeah. So
I love those.
So
how old? I must have been like 12.
Now, are they before or after 2010? I really like that song.
It's really good. That's I do like a bit of John Williams.
I know, you can't beat him, can you?
Okay. Oh no, I want to be quick. Oh, come on. What is it?
I'm going to have to rush you, sir.
Oh, all right. So 2010 is our benchmark.
2010 is it? Yeah.
After.
You're wrong. It was 2003.
Oh no, because I was in year 4, and when they were really cool again. No.
Yeah, 2003.
Okay, yeah, right.
Okay. All right. So the next one. Let's go with Text to the Dog. So Text to the Dog.
That's got to be off. No, he's 90s. He's 90s.
So you're saying before or after?
Before 2003.
You are right. It was 2000. That was the Christmas toy. That was the one that everybody wanted in 2000.
That's that nice bridge piece
Yeah.
between what I grew up with when there was sort of a shortage of children's media.
Yeah.
And when I got all the good 90s shows when they were rerunning them.
Oh,
They were just so good.
Exactly.
Until around about 2010 when the new children's media started flooding in.
And it just went down the toilet.
downhill. Like Bob the Builder looks like a serial killer.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's finish up because we've got one left. You got 30 seconds, all right?
Right.
So quick fire round. The Leapfrog leaps the tablet. Before or after 2000? After 2011. You're right.
Because I didn't know it, so I'm assuming I wasn't asking for toys in 2011. Maybe.
All right. The Nintendo Wii. When did the Nintendo Wii go? So that was
before
2011. Yeah, the Nintendo Wii was 2006. And finally, let's finish it off with Bratz dolls.
Oh, now they were quite. There's 20. What are we at? 2006.
2006 for the Nintendo Wii.
I'm going to say before because Bratz brand has been around for a while.
And you are right.
Yes,
It's 2002.
I'm
and
good with my memorabilia.
There you go. And I'm good with saying stay tuned to Revive FM. We'll be back next week, but there's great shows coming out after this. See you from Thom Hutchinson and
Henry Scott. See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Did you know that girls like Noura walk an average of 3 miles every day in search of clean water to support their families? Minhaj Welfare Foundation believes you can end the water crisis by building small and large-scale water projects. Your charity is helping improve the lives of communities living in the poorest regions of the world. However, more needs to be done. Support Water for All. Donate today. Call us now.